carry everything, dogs. You want to help? You want to carry it? Oh, God. Sorry, guys. Just casually undressing. Around here. Okay, let's go. Come on, little bitties. Right back. Yeah, Weasel. Weasel, no. Oh, good boy, Wes. You tell that bloody rooster. You tell that bloody rooster. Excuse me. Excuse me. Chicken bird. Chicken bird. Oh. Alrighty, kids. So. Paper towel. Okay, guys. How's it? Pay safe. You want the code? You want the code? There it is, quick. There it is, quick. Want the code? There it is. There it ain't. Alrighty. What we got? Fridge. Fridge. Fridgey, 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 fridge. Fridge and a fridge. Some chickens. Thank you. Well, there's a nail. We don't need those right now, but this one for later. Come on. Oh, yeah. What the fuck else we got? So much. We got so much in town today. It's actually fucking unbelievable. And I just don't even want to carry it in myself. Nachos. Some good old soup. Soupy, soupy soup. Don't know what kind of soup you get in your country, but this soup is fucking bomb. Let me know whereabouts y'all streaming from. Let me know where y'all at. You'll see some animals in a minute. I'm just trying to sort out this mess from the I don't even know what's going on, bro. There's just so much shit here and like so many animals under my feet right now. I can't even breathe. My house is a mess. Sure, it certainly is. You know why? Because last night I had a goat in here. Yeah, a fucking full-ass, fully grown motherfucking goat. He decided that he wanted to sleep here inside the doorway and not in his house that I'd built for him yesterday. But it was his first night here, and I'm not a bully. So, yes, my goat did come in and mess up a whole bunch of shit. But I also live off-grid. So I don't live like y'all. Okay, I don't live like y'all. When it's dark outside, it's dark in here. Because like, I ain't got normal power and stuff. So, yeah. I don't care if it's a mess. Built with my own two hands. Literally. Everything you see here is hand-built. Built it with my own two hands, bro. Hammer, a nail, arms. That's it. So, it might be a mess. It might be a piece of shit. My house might be a fucking dump to you. But, it's a work in progress to me. And it started as a flat section of land with just grass. Just fucking grass. And now there's a trampoline set up. I've got 2 rooms in here. There's a bus down the bottom you can sleep in. Like, we've got a fire that I can cook on outside. So I don't give a fuck. Straight up, I don't give a fuck. If it's a mess, it's all good. It's all good. And it's not always going to be a mess. Because believe it or not, I actually have OCD, so I don't really function well with messes. But unfortunately, when you're building, and you live off grid, it's just the way it goes. Feel free to come give me a hand, make it easier, but you know, ain't no one gonna come out here and help me. It's way too far. Way too far for anyone to want to come out here and help me. But yeah, we have tons of animals, and most of the stuff, it might look like a mess, but this is actually an empty hay bag filled with cardboard that I didn't burn in the fire. The chickens definitely make it look like a mess. The fact that I have this platform thing outside, it makes it look like a mess as well. And it wasn't like that a few days ago. But as I said, my goat was in here, so it was his first night. I felt bad. Excuse me, chickens, don't attack me, rooster. Don't do it. Don't do it, I said, Dick. Don't do it. Okay, let's clean this. Alright, let's move this, okay? This is in the way. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh. Yeah, there you go. Stand up there because we don't need that. There we go. Better feed these bloody chickens and get them out from under my feet. What do you reckon? Because they're legit. Look, here they come. Here they come. Alright, where's some scissors around here? That'll do till we find some. Excuse me, Cody bums. Let's get rid of these bloody chickens. Let's get some normality back in life and get rid of you feral bums. Alright, now, for those Kiwis watching, this is how I use my food waste bin, because this is what you're supposed to put on the side of the road with your food waste in it, but we don't get that collection up here. So it's currently a chicken wheat holder. Hold your horses. Hold your horses, it's coming, chickens. Let's pop this in here out the way. Alright, chickens, back it up. Back it up. Let's take you all out there for a little bit of a view. Look at this guy. That's the blind chicken. Blind. Here we go. You can watch some chickens have a feed. Well, I saw the rest of this life I should bring in from the car. If anyone wants to give me a hand, feel free. Alright, what else is in here? Ugh. Okay. I'm sorry, baby, but like you just can't. Hey, say hi, guys. Say hello. Let's Ginge the blind chicken, everybody. Ginge the blind chicken. I don't hate having chicken. I don't. But they are hella annoying. I'm not going to lie. They are hella annoying. To be fair, like, if they were my chicken, because I'm actually just house sitting my cousin's house here. My house is way more rural than this, trust me. But here at my cousin's, she just lets them free roam. And that's all well and good. I'm all about free range chickens. Don't get me wrong. You get the best eggs. But I am not all about free range chickens in my house. No, that's a line for me. Definitely a line, because chickens smell like shit. Hi there, user iPhone 3G, Sai. Where y'all streaming from, guys? Where y'all streaming from? Don't mind me, I just gotta finish putting away all these, the cheese and cold things, before they get warm, because then it really sucks out here. I've got the tiniest fridge. You couldn't even fit me in it, and I'm quite small myself. You cookies. Anybody like a cookie? Some lollies, some M&Ms, you know, the weekly, monthly supplies of fucking junk food for the boondocks, you know. For the most part, I just try to make my own foods and stuff out here than actually buying it. But unfortunately, sometimes we have to go to town, don't we? Chicken milk. Chicken milk. Now that's a new one. I mean, if you grind them up enough, maybe you could make some milk. But I don't think they'd really appreciate that, to be fair. Yeah, I don't think they'd like that very much. Alright, so put that out of the way. We do have goats for goat milk though. We do have some goats out here. A couple of beautiful goats. You'll see them shortly because I'll take some hay and stuff down for them. You, Dexter, have some more. And with all you babies, I'm going to fill up your little gap down here for under the shed. Go under the shed and eat your food, babies. Here we go. Literally just poured all that chicken food in the gap between my steps. Oh, she's heavy. So that the baby chickens can get in there and eat it. And not get attacked by the big ones. Because the big ones be assholes now. They're like, yeah. Straight up assholes. Straight up. Alright, we got some milk in the fridge. Oh, the fridge is looking full. Yes. Yes, that's what we want. That's what we want. I raise hens, yeah. We raise hens and goats here. Milking goats and chickens. Yeah, there's... Oh, do you want to see them? There's all the chickens. Here you go. Not even all of them. But that's the ones that aren't foraging right now for their own food anyway. Yeah, we got a fair few. Few chickens. And it's all good because, I mean, you get eggs and stuff all the time. I can't complain, but that, yeah. It's just the endless cleaning of the deck and stuff, you know, because they just poo everywhere. I wish they were easy to train. You know, like I've had some pet rats, I've had some out-of-it pets in the past, and all of them I can definitely train not to pee and poo in my house, but chickens be a bit different. Chickens just want to pee and poo wherever they want to pee and poo. They don't care if it's your house, someone else's house, on your lunch. Like they'll just go wherever they want to go. So I really wish that there was a way to train the chickens to not poo where they shouldn't. But yeah, that's in the too hard basket. So unfortunately, I just live with them out there like that. And I have to chase them out 75 times a day. No joke. At least 75 times a day. And when I walk all the way down the bottom to the pasture where the goats and stuff are, sometimes I'll hear like crash, bang, and I'm like, what the hell? So I run the whole way back up here, and the chickens are like, just getting into they shouldn't be, you know? And it's just no need for it. There's no need. They get fed, as you can see, I just fed them. They get well looked after. They've got 3 chicken coops here. They have more than enough, but they seem to think that it's not good enough. Oh, you know, I love that they're like tiny T-Rex. So our rooster, we've got one rooster here, Rainbow. Well, we actually have 4 roosters. Rainbow is the one rooster that will attack you, and he's the smallest one that we have. And he will go for gold. Like, I've got a scar on my knee from that dickhead. They really are like little raptors, like little dinosaurs. But my favorite chickens out of all the ones that my cousin has, it's got green feet, y'all. Green motherfucking feet. Green feet, black eyes. Like, legit, they look so much more like a tiny raptor than all the rest of these orange feet chickens with red eyes. Like, they just look creepy with the red eyes, but black eyes, green feet, bro. It's out of it. It's like a floating chicken when they're walking in the grass because you can't see her feet because they're green. It's the coolest. It's actually really cool. But there's only 2 chickens here that have the green feet and the black eyes, and that's Egypt and Phoenix. And funnily enough, they're both Egyptian-themed names, so we decided maybe we'll start naming all of them Egyptian-themed names, and maybe they'll all come out with green feet, but who knows? It really does look cool. She's not nearby. I can't show you her green feet right now because she's not here, but when she pops... Oh, no, she is. She's just there. Hang on. I'll show you the green feet. I'll show you the green feet chicken. Here we go. Where's the little green feet gone? Beanie. Beanie's an angel. Have the green feet. Where are they? No, you got orange feet. Oh, she's over there. That golden one right there. This one here with the babies. She's got green feet. Look at them. They're green. So right now you can see them because the ground is muddy. But when they're actually in the grass, in the long grass, you don't see it like these orange and white feet and pink feet that these guys have. They stand out. But her with the green feet, they're sort of camo and she looks like a floating chicken. And this one here, she's got green feet too. That's Egypt. Yeah, black eyes, green feet. That's definitely my chicken fleet. That's the kind of fleet I want. I don't want chickens if they got orange feet. I don't want it. I don't want it. Honestly, I don't. I just want chickens with green feet. Call me whatever you like. Call me whatever you like. I just feel like they look way more prehistoric. They feel beefier. Beefier. You know? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Oh, yeah, you're definitely right there, Elliot. 100%. So, Rainbow, if we have hawks, I don't know where you're streaming from, if you're streaming from New Zealand or somewhere else, but here in New Zealand, our only aerial predators, really, for our chickens are hawks. We're sort of like an eagle or sort of similar if you're in America or something. So, yeah, it's the hawks that we have to worry about, and they make this really unique call. It's like like it's weird. And so the chicken, as soon as you hear that noise, Rainbow will come running from wherever he was, and even though he's the smallest rooster we've got, he will come running and he will alert all the rest of the chickens that there's a predator out there, and they'll all run under something, whether it's like the kitchen table, or not kitchen table, but like the kitchen bench thing, because we have an outdoor kitchen out here. So that's our outdoor kitchen you're looking at. Just there, so the roof, there's like a sink and stuff, and then a table that sort of like comes out the side along here, and they'll go and run the table when there's a hawk around, because naturally they don't really want to be eaten. Our hawks, I think they're so, like, they're majestic. They're so majestic looking. So if I'm driving along and like I'll come up around a corner on the gravel or something and there's like a hawk on the road, if I've got a spade or even like a hoe or something in the car, I'll jump out and I'll flick that, the roadkill, as gross as it seems, I'll flick that to the side of the road or chuck it over a fence into a paddock so that the hawks can eat it off the road, because I'd feel so terrible if I slammed into a freaking hawk, man. They are such cool looking birds. Such cool looking birds. And I just found out that up here where I am in Northland, we actually have the barn owls, like America, like the ones with the white. So on my arm, I don't know if you can see that very well, but there's a yin yang owl. So this is our New Zealand owl, his head's up there, and this is the American barn owl with the little white face down here. But we apparently have these here in our country now. How cool. So every night, like a hopeful little beaver, I sit out here and I have a little geezer out into the sky in the sunset in the fucking bush, and I'm like, come on, little barn owls. No, I've not seen one yet. I've not seen one yet, but I would love to. I'd love to. What's your guys' plans for your day? What are you up to? Anything exciting? Anything not so exciting? Are you working on a project? Are we heading on a road trip? What are we up to? What are we doing today, guys? Let me know where you're streaming from. Let me know what you're up to. Drop some deets in the comments. I'd be interested to hear. They're so loud, eh, those chickens. They're so loud. My plan today, guys, is to try and get my quad running. It has sat in the yard. And when I say the yard, I don't mean like a nice flat concrete yard. I mean sat in the pasture out there with grass growing up this high all around it for like 2 years. Then I got it given to me from my cousin. It's sort of a trade for a water tank, but that doesn't matter. So I get given this quad, and the cousin's boyfriend's like, don't worry, bro, she'll start first pop every time. Do you think it started first pop? Fuck no, it didn't. Didn't start second pop, didn't start third pop, didn't even start fourth pop, mate. Instead, it took 6 hours of cleaning that goddamn carburetor out, pulling the fuel tap apart, cleaning that out, and then putting it back together, and then it rough started. So she starts now, but now I got to do the whole wind out the little tuning peg and try and get it, you know, so it's not running so rough. And hopefully then I won't be dragging my goat's houses around like a pauper anymore. I can just chuck a little strop out the back and on the quad. That's the plan, because, like, honestly, like, I'm pretty strong, but I just don't want to have to keep being that strong. You know what I mean? Like, I do, don't get me wrong. I do want to stay strong, but that sounded bad. But I don't want to have to use my strong that I've got just for hauling goat houses around. You know what I'm saying? Like, surely there's better things to do with this level of strong than just dumb shit. Surely a rope and a quad will do the same trick. Just thinking quietly and hopefully out loud. And I mean, it is only a baby quad that I'm working on. It's like a 110cc. So, I mean, it's not the strongest quad in the world. It's a bit like me. You know, we're strong enough to do some shit, but maybe not the strongest in the world. Definitely not the strongest in the world. There's no actual maybe about that. Definitely, I'm not trying to claim no strong fucking middle here. Not at all, bruv. Oi. Well, the chickens are happy for the first time in days because they've been living on Nutri-Grain and bread. And although they say that Nutri-Grain creates warriors and it's so good for you, the chickens weren't really that keen on it. So finally got them some barley and stuff, and they're happy. They're happy, which is great. Happy chickens. Hopefully that means they'll have a little bit of a munch and then bugger off. And not just hang out right here by my door all day. Or worse, in the air on my kitchen bench all day. Like, the amount of time, like, so much. They have got so annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I have bought the broom so that I can sit here and chill and be like, get out from, like, not beat them up with it. No, just be like, get outside. Yeah, they do my head in. And he's all Wazzy. Oh, Waz has come out to say hello to you guys. Look, there's a waggling little tail down there. There he goes. Oh, Wazzy boy. He's an old dog. He's 12. But that old catches 3 possums a day. Well, he catches 2. He himself catches 2 possums a day. And he started teaching his sister how to hunt a possum now herself, because I think he's got to the point where he's like, I'm 12, bitch. I had enough of hunting your possums, bro. Go get your own. You know, because usually he'd bugger off, go catch a possum, bring it back up, dump it off up here, and then call his sister out, and Coda would come out, start eating the possum, and then he'll go down and go get his own one, you know. But the other day I actually got a wicked video of the 2 of them tug of warring on a possum, which is really freaking cool, because usually, as I said, it's old Wazzy boy, the old dog, going out there to catch those possums on his own. So it's actually really choice to see that this fat bum that's just walked out now is learning to catch her own possums, because she is a lard ass. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I can't say she's not in shape. Round is a shape. She is definitely round, but she is far from the peak form she should have. I'm not gonna lie. She's so much that dog. So it's gonna be really great to see her run those hills and paddocks and actually catch that herself and work off some of that fat belly that she got going on, you know. Oh yeah. Anyway, cheers guys. I don't know if you guys are having a can today or not, but if you're not, I'll have one for you, and if you are, well, there's a cheers. I don't know if you smoke cones. If you don't, you do, you don't. But in New Zealand, it's kind of like part of our native ancestry. Nah, I'm just kidding. But in case you do, there's a cheers. In case you don't look. Speak of Rainbow, here he is. Here's the aggressor I was telling you about. Look. This little dick. You want to see him? Want to watch this? Well, let me one. Rainbow. Not this one. He's the attack dog. He's the attack dog. Watch him. He'll get ya. He's gonna get ya. Oh yeah, get it, Rainbow. Get it. Oh, he doesn't want to attack today. Usually he's the maddest attack dog. You put anything near him and he even gets the dogs, man. Even the dogs are scared of him. Oh, sup, unknown. How are you? Missed you in town today. No. Had my daily outing today. I had to go get some hay and shit. He's old Rambo. Rambo. This guy is Rainbow's son, believe it or not. I don't know how we've got one white chicken and all the rest of them are this colour or brown, but he is Rainbow's son. And then he gave Rainbow a hiding and became the head chicken, the head rooster. And he was boss dog for a while there. And then his son came along, cross of Rainbow and him, the white tail of Angel, and the rest of Rainbow. And he came along and last week gave this guy a hiding, and now he's the boss. But the funniest part about him being the boss, he doesn't even know how to root a chicken. He gets on and holds on for dear life and gets thrown around like he's riding a bull. I'm not even going to kid. Like, it's the funniest thing you ever see. If I see him trying to get his horn on, I'll bring the camera and I'll show you, because like it's legit embarrassing. It's like a whole nother level of like, what the fuck is going on this farm? And I think that daily. I think that daily. Like, what the fuck are you doing, Sam? What the fuck is that animal doing on the fucking table? Why are there chickens in the house? Why is the toilet door open and there's a goat in there? You know, like, I have these daily just meltdowns like, no, why? But I still have animals. And still to this day, not one of them's had a bloody hiding. They give me hidings. They do. Oh, I think because I turned the, this side's not pixely, it's the other side. Or like dirty, blurry. I think there's like a goat, a couple of goat hairs stuck in my outside camera. It's not really ideal. I've noticed that the last couple of times I've tried to flip the camera around and use the other side, and it's like, no. So you guys want to see some real off-gridding? I'm going to show you some real off-gridding, because like I said, like I gave you a little blip of, we don't live like normal people out here. We live, it's sort of like a cross between the 1800s, no joke, and like sort of being homeless and sort of camping. Sort of like a three mix-ups of the three of them. But if you want to see some off-gridding, I can show you our handy-dandy home-built wooden toilet. Yep, wooden toilet. We don't have no porcelain toilet out here. No porcelain thrones to bow down to when we are vomiting. Drink too much. No porcelain queens out here. No. We just have a wooden box that we built. Yep. And our shower is in a tin shed. It's in a tin shed. But we get hot water. I got soap. I get clean. I get a bit scared of the spiders because that's actually the only thing I am afraid of in this life. And trust me, I have tried to not be scared of spiders. In primary school, we had this this crew come out. Fuck, I can't remember what their name was. But we had this crew come out. And it's not a long drop, nah. So we have a composting toilet here. Yeah, composting. My dad's house, out where I live. So I live on one side of the property, big 5-acre bush block between, and my dad's paddock on his side. He has a long drop. I don't use it though, because like, they're gross, they smell. They're gross. So we have a composting toilet. I'll show you. And believe it or not, it was built by a girl. Ah, he's trying to get me. Look, he's trying to get me. He's going to get me. Watch this. He's going to attack. He's going to get me. Can you just back it up. Back it up, please. Back it up. Back it up. I need to go that way. We need to go right there. Just back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Oh, back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. He's going to get me so good. Look at his shackles. He's got them out. Come on, Rainbow. That was the sole of my shoe. Yep. The sole of my shoe. Sole of my shoe. Yeah, he's a feisty boy. See, he's the smallest rooster we got, and he's so feisty. So feisty, so feisty. He's trying to get the leg. He's trying to go around the shoe for the leg. Stay there, dick. Okay, so this is our toilet block. And in here is also our solar block. So we do have running water. We're not that gung-ho. We do have running water, just straight cold. Now, this is our toilet. Can you see it? Check it out. That's the toilet, guys. Right here. So you just lift the lid up, you go toilet, and inside we've got a replaceable bucket. And believe it or not, there's no smell. Even though that is actually full of shit. I'm not gonna lie. Well, this isn't. But inside there's a bucket. And see, there's sawdust on top. Pretty gross, but that's the toilet. So we wait till that's full, which it is now. Which is why I was mentioning it, because I need to actually change the buckaroony over. And what we do with that, oh fuck, I can't shut that with one hand, it's a piece of shit. What we do with that, we come around the back here, and right here in the grass, as you can see it's overgrown as fuck, there's a whole bunch of buckets. And they've got dates on it. 31st of the 8th, 2025. So that's when we sealed this bad boy up. Now, you can't use that for at least a year. So you leave it to sit there in the sun. And the sun with the sawdust and stuff actually eats down all the gross stuff in there, breaks it down. And then after a year, we then put that into our normal compost bin. Like each bucket, every time they expire at the year point, we pour that into our compost bin. And then we turn that compost bin over for another year with all our food scraps and like grass waste and all that stuff. And then year 3 is when you can actually start using that in your garden. Some people start using that after like a year, but I think that's pretty fucking gross. So we have a cycle here where it's in the bins for a year, and then into the compost for a year where it gets turned over with everything else that we've got, and then it goes into the base of a garden bed. And then our soil will go on top of that, and then you know. Yeah, so our food doesn't actually go in human poo. That would be fucking disgusting. I'm not gonna lie, that would be fucking disgusting. So it's just like a layer of nutrients between the dirt level and what you start growing your food in, you know, and obviously all the roots, when they get down to that point, they absorb all the good stuff, and by that point 6 months later, all that gross stuff has been washed through by the rain, and it's just a fucking premium fertilizer, you know, just another way to save some money and save having to go into big human waste departments in cities where it gets managed and washed and then comes out your shower tap. Because I don't know if you know, but I work in the trades. When I actually work, I work in the trades, so I can tell you 100%, all that water that comes out your shower and garden taps in most houses, especially modern ones these days, they actually have 2 inlets, like your drinking water and then your gross water that is recycled. That comes from the poo plants, guys. That comes from the poo plants. So your garden tap, you know, water out of there. Not really that great. That's why it's sort of got that funny sort of taste when you drink out of a garden hose. It's actually usually not the fact that it comes out of a garden hose. It's usually the fact that it's recycled, cleaned water that you've pissed and pooped through and showered through, and then they've sent through to their water waste management systems, turned it all around, cleaned that water, and then pumped it back. Only our drinking water comes from the bores and things like that. If we would have run out of so much water by now, we would have no drinking water left available if we would use it all for the same shit, you know? So it's just like one more little way that we try to contribute to having a small carbon footprint in this world. And yeah. Being off grid, I mean, we can't do it the same, you know? Like, it just doesn't work the same. I mean, we could set up wastewater systems and all that sort of shit, but like, it's a massive expense and a massive overhaul to your property to have that sort of shit done, that I feel like it's almost worse for the environment to seal that stuff up anyway, you know? We don't even have rubbish collections here. We gotta put that shit in the van, take it to the tip ourselves. It's like legit 1800s. All right, chickens, you need some water here. Put it outside. I don't want you in the house. Even though the chickens have like many troughs to drink out of, they always want to come in and drink the dog's water. Yeah, Albie. Doggo. That dog. Right. Y'all want to see a goat? Take you down to see the baby goat. He's having a big cry session. He's like, you've been home for half an hour and you haven't pet me yet. Oh, I didn't even show you all the shower, did I? Here's our shower. We got a beautiful view. It's like 270 degrees out here. And we got 55 acres that way. Don't know if you know how much land acres are, but we have 55 acres that way. Through the bush and stuff, a few paddocks, and there's obviously the toilet, and this is the shower. Excuse the hay on the floor. As I said, it is a fucking mess up here at the moment because I did have the goat staying up here. So it's just a tub, so it doesn't rot the actual wooden floor that we've got here. And we have an actual somewhat shower-looking shower. What do you reckon? You reckon that's somewhat shower-looking for a fucking bush boondock home? What do you reckon about that shower, guys? What was that smoke coming out of my mouth? It was exactly that, my friend. It was smoke coming out of my mouth. Not gonna lie. It was smoke coming out. Breathing smoke like a dragon. Well, where are you streaming from, Elliot? Elliot Evan, whereabouts are you streaming from? Are you New Zealand or you American? Where else did I have some people from today? Russia, the Netherlands. That was quite a cool one, actually. The person that came and joined my stream from the Netherlands, because I can speak Dutch, believe it or not. And I don't just mean like, hello, how are you? Like, I mean, I can actually speak Dutch, so that was pretty cool to have somebody that was from there. But where are you streaming from, Elliot? Are you a Kiwi? You're not a Kiwi, are you? Let me know down below where you're streaming from, my bro. The dogs are going back to bed. Oh, my goat fucking snapped his... You all know what these are, eh? Usually, this bit clips into there, and then you can wind this bit up over it. Bro, look how much he bent that. He bent that so hard. Like how? I think I need a new one. There was me and my like saving ingenuities. I was like, surely I can straighten him out, bend it. No, I don't even know how he bent that, the tough little bugger, because it's so hard. So hard. Like a South Aucklander. So it's like a bit of a sherbet fizz. Anybody? I wonder what the chickens will do with a sherbet fizz. Should we find out? I know, okay? You don't need to tell me I shouldn't feed the chickens shit like this, but I'm gonna. Have a licorice. The mean rooster's taking it. Oh, yeah, mean. Yeah, fuck, I love them, eh? I try to buy one bag a week because, like, it's just bomb. Like, chuck one in your mouth, wander around the farm, and you can still taste that shit for like half an hour at least, I swear. Yeah. Oh, if I'd have caught you in town, I could have shared one with you today, unknown, but sadly I missed you in town today. I sort of ventured up your end a little bit more so than usual. The chickens are eating this fucking sherbet fizz oil straight up. I'm gonna give them just some fizz. Just some fizz. Oh, they're bumming that. They're legit bumming that. Like, check this out. Shush dogs. No one's asking you. I'm not feeding you. I'm feeding these dicks. What? What's going on? We've got one dog barking outside and one barking inside. Have a fizz. Bro, you guys be crazy. You guys be crazy. Not in the house. That's the blind chicken. See, she's a blind chicken. That's how easy this little dick is to pick up because she's blind. I'm not lying. Look at her eye. I'm trying to show you her eye. I don't know if you guys can see it. She moves too much. But she's blind. They're like, actually, her eyes are grey. But tell me how this blind chicken knows exactly where the dog food bowls are to come in and have a forage. Tell me how she knows, because she blind. That's why this is the only one that you could just pick up at any old time. I shot up to the old Z station. Unknown. The old Z station up your end of town. That's where I went to today. But I mean, it's still not really your end of town from what you were telling me. I think it's still a little bit further, but yeah, I did venture. I ventured out a little bit further than I usually do. Yeah. Yeah, we got a fair few chickens here, Elliot. A fair few chickens. I can't tell you how many because, like, I've actually never counted. All I know is we have 7 babies. And I know there's 7 babies because I always make sure that there's babies. You know, you count them every day to make sure that there's still there. She started with 8, but she's only lost 1. And they're almost about to be kicked out of the nest. Like, Mum's had enough. Mum's, like, foraging for herself now. And then she's like, get away from me. Like, trying to eat her own food now, not sharing. So they're pretty big now. I think they're all going to live with the number 7 we've got. So it'll be all right. She was born that way. Weirdly, she was born that way. So Rainbow, the mean rooster, just here on the deck, the mean rooster, he had a mum which looked exactly like her but not blind. Now, her name was Hercules. I'm going to show you a photo. There's a photo just in there on the wall. So Rainbow was a rescue from, you'll know, on the top of the lookout, but when you're coming into Whangarei, on the right where you can fill up your free water and stuff like that and there's like a couple of awning things there where you can park or whatever or sit under. So we got Rainbow from there. And my little cousin was like, oh, look at this cute little rooster. And it got in the car. And so we ended up with Rainbow. And then, well, we had a rooster, so we had to get a chicken. So then we went and hijacked Hercules from the side of the road. And it was Hercules and Rainbow here. They were the first 2. And then Hercules died about 3 months ago because she was old as fuck. But Hercules made Ginge. She made Ginge. She made the greenfoot chicken over there. Oh, Phoenix. And she made Angel. That's what she made out of her first clutch. And then she died, and so Ginge was born blind. He was born white, and she was born with green feet. So a bit of a mix from these chickens. So I think it's because she was old that she made this weird genetic mix of chickens. Because usually the chickens, like Ginge, when she lays chickens now, even though she's blind, she does actually lay her own babies. She's got 1 baby here. And her baby looks a lot like Rainbow. It's the one that I'm always joking about. Is it a chicken or a rooster? That's the one that came from the blind chicken. Now, we don't know if it's a chicken or a rooster. It has talons like a rooster. Looks like a rooster, perches like a rooster, but it does not crow at all. Full stop. Never. Never, not once, not one time has it crowed. So we're not really sure what's going on with that chicken, but that came from the blind chicken. So it's like the old chicken made some defect chickens, and the defect chickens made some other weird hybrid chickens, and yeah, but all the rest of them, they're normal, happy, healthy, boisterous asshole chickens. So yeah, I'm fairly blind too, to be honest. Like I actually got this weird like scratch on my eye when I was like, I want to say 16, 17 sort of thing. And I left it. And I was like, oh, she'll get better. You know, it's just a bit of a sore. I've just aggravated it. And I left it. And then it got infected. Like how? How does your eyeball actually get infected? I know you can get like green gunk come out of your actual like the skin and your pores and whatever, but the actual eyeball started to swell and got infected. So I went to the doctors and they put this dye stuff in there and like treated whatever was wrong with it. But ever since then, I have had the most sensitive eyes, and up close, I can't see shit. Like when I'm like talking to the camera like this, like everything is a blur for me. So for me to read the screen, I actually have to be back like 2 meters because it's made me long sighted. So like I can see miles away out there on the hill. I can see like the top of pine trees. It's really creepy how far I can actually see. But then up close, reading, writing, watching TV, which I don't do. But reading, writing and stuff, I have to like legit my phone is at arm's length for me to read. I'm like, because if it's up here, it's blurry. So I know what it's like to have fucker eyes that don't do what they should do, like everyone else's. Hey, Wezzle. We actually haven't been for our daily walk today. Me and the dogs, that is, and sometimes the cat too, because sometimes old Starchy comes with. But you know, we haven't been on our daily walk. It's usually a morning thing, but this morning I got up to go to town. And that was like a 4 hour fucking mission. That was no joke. 4 hours I was in and around town. And more than half the time I was sitting there going, what did I even come to town for? Oh shit. So you're actual half blind. Like one eye is completely screwed. Shit. How old were you when that happened? I knew this fella. It was actually back in kindergarten days. You know, a long, long time ago. Kindergarten days, and this is why they banned kids playing with sticks and shit like that. Because I would have been 3 or 4 years old, and this kid was having a sword fight and fucking straight in the eye, man, straight in the eye at like 3 or 4 years old, and yeah, for the rest of his life, blind. And from that day on, none of us were allowed to pick up sticks. None of us were allowed to play with the broom handles. Like nothing. Like couldn't even help the teachers was like sweeping because they'd be like, "No, you're gonna poke an eye out." You know, it was kind of funny, but kind of not funny at the same time. Like really fucking scared me. Like even now, as an adult in my 30s, I'll tell people like if I see their kids like smashing stuff on the ground with a sledgehammer, just having fun, just breaking things apart, which is harmless fun. I'm like, "Here, bro, come here, little." Come on, come here. I don't care. Safety glasses on, mate. You know, like straight away, because fuck, eyes, man. Yeah. Having mine be so sensitive ever since that happened to me, I don't know what it would be like to lose any sort of more ailments when it comes to your vision. So, yeah, when it comes to kids, I'm definitely all about like protect those fucking eyes as best you can, you know. And being in the trades, I've seen some cunts, man, come out the back room where we've got like the big saws and things like that, you know, for like cutting the 4x2s down to length and whatever else, cutting the big beams and shit, like big drop saws and whatever. And they've come out and or like using the grinders and stuff. You all use it in one room because it makes dust in one room, easy to clean up at the end of the day, you know. And so I've seen some bro, like no joke, he came out and he's like this. Like imagine this would be the grinder blade, and he's like, it's in the fucking glasses in the glasses, and he takes it off and is like almost through to the eyeball, but obviously those safety glasses, because it wasn't just shitty sunglasses, he'd be wearing the safety glasses fortunately, but yeah, it was legit in there, and like 3 or 4 mils from his eyelashes inside his glasses, man. So I'm like, oh shit. Go be careful. Yeah, take all the prerequisites you can, eh? But You look cool with it. Cool with what? With having one eye, or I know this person who's got their eye went Arctic blue, like the whole eye, including the pupil, is like Arctic blue because it's got the cataract. So with the color around it, it makes it all look the same sort of color. It's crazy, but yeah, they look. It reminds me of David Bowie back in the day, you know, because he had the green and the blue eye, and I had a cat that had a green and a blue eye. That was really cool, and she was all white, so like the eyes really stood out. But yeah, yeah. I love getting animals that look different to like the normal animals. Oh shit! Cheers, cheers, bro. Yeah, I pretty much 24/7 wear my sunglasses, like from early as in the morning to like almost dark in the evening, just because my eyes are so sensitive to the light. They just don't like it at all. And even inside, like I'm in the house and I'm like squinting, like I actually can't try to relax my eyes. No, I can't even do it because like it's so intense in my eyes. Oh my god, get a peacock! Fucking don't even joke. Don't even joke, like there's wild peacocks around here, and at nighttime you hear them, and I thought they were wild cats because it had. You know what a peacock sounds like? Sounds like a fucking wild cat, like meow at nighttime in the distance. And for ages, I thought it was just wild cats because we've got so much like bush here, and behind us, there's like, I'm gonna say on estimate 250 kilometers of forestry that's owned by the government. That's forestry, so no one ever really goes in there unless you're a stray hunter that's jumped the fence and waltzed on in there for miles, you know. So to get down behind where we are, like you would have had to hike a fair bit on foot because it's all fenced off. You can't get a vehicle or anything in there. But people do go hunting and shit down through there. But yeah, for ages, I was just thinking there was all these stray cats all around the place because I've seen a couple. Don't get me wrong. No, they're fucking peacocks. Straight up, peacocks sound like wild cats. And so yeah, there's a whole bunch of them between here, Mangakaramea, and Whangarei. So many of them. It's unbelievable. And just the other day, like maybe 3 days, whenever I went to go rescue my goat, 3 days ago or so, yeah, I'm gonna say 3 days. I was coming back and there was this peahen just sat on the side of the road, and I'm not gonna lie, not the car, reversed back up just to see if it was gonna get in the car, but it ran. Like, yeah, it ran. So it made me come home and Google what do peacocks and peahens eat, because like I'm gonna throw some of that shit in my car because I want one. I fucking want one. And you watch the space. You watch the space, Elliot. I'm gonna get a peacock and a peahen for free from the wild boondocks between here and Whangarei. You watch this space. I promise you right here and now, to anybody who's watching, I'm gonna get us a peacock and a peahen, and I'm gonna stream it when I bring those bitches home. I'm gonna stream that shit. What color are your eyes naturally, unknown? That would have been cool. Did you get any photos of it being a different color from your? I'm gonna presume it's a different color from your other eye, but did you get any photos of that when it was a different color before the before your last surgery? What were the surgeries for? Like, did they think were they hoping they could fix it, or were like you in pain and they were trying to alleviate some pressure or something, or because most of the times they with eyes and stuff, like if they think they're fucked, they're fucked. But I suppose they probably had to pull bits of whatever went into your eye out and stuff too. So, ooh, that's rough. That's that. Yeah, I feel for you for that shit. But at least you still got one good eye. At least you still got one good eye. I had a friend of mine. Her name was Anita, and we met each other when we were like 3 or 4 years old. About the same time that guy poked his eye out. Well, she was still perfectly seeing at that point, and she started getting headaches and stuff as like a young teeny bopper, like little kid, before primary school. And teachers just thought she was a hypochondriac or like whatever. Her parents must have too, because they just fucking left it, the poor cunt. And turns out she ended up starting to go blind in one of her, I can't remember which eye. she started going blind in one of her eyes, and I feel like it was her left eye. I feel like it's her left eye because it affects her driving. So she can drive. She's just recently got a license in like her 30s or something, so she can drive. But her judging distance is really difficult, and so she finds herself sitting way more right, because when she started driving she'd sit really far to the left, and everyone would grab the wheel and be like, whoa, because like she'd be nearly hitting cars because she can't see out that side. But turns out that whatever the fuck she had always was treatable. They could have treated it when she was a child had they have listened to her, and she would have been perfectly seen, but they didn't even fucking treat it. And so by the time she'd had this problem for like 4 years, from 4 to 8 years old, the problem had actually started to like, what was the word, that like calcify her, whatever the fuck the lenses part, and so it couldn't be fixed at that point without surgery, like laser surgery. But back then laser surgery wasn't a thing, and it's only just become a thing, but now it's too late to fix the irreparable damage, and so now she's stuck like that, all because these incompetent fucks, and because technology wasn't that advanced back then. Pretty shit. Oh shit, they can actually fix that shit. Fuck, that's cool. Sucks that it's gone bad again. So what is it like? Are you completely blind there? Like it's like as if your other eye's shut, or like you can see shadows, or like you got like a pinhole view, or like a couple of, like, what's it like? Does that give you headaches having one bad eye, or do you just like your brain sort of accustomize to it over time, and then you don't get headaches anymore? Or because I know with me, if I'm trying to read things like up close, like my ex always used to like, would be sitting in the bed, and they'd go to pass me like something to look at, and they'd like put it in front of me, and it would always be like where they would look at the phone, and I'm like, I always snap my head back, and they thought for ages that I was just fucking like, what are you doing? Like, get out of my face. And so they just pull the phone back, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what were you showing me? And they're like, oh, it doesn't matter, it wasn't really that important. It turns out I actually just couldn't see that close, and they didn't realize. And despite me telling them numerous times, it would still end up here. And so I would never even end up looking at anything they wanted to show me, because like they'd get all ho-ha about the fact that I was like, oh, too bad. How sad. Hello, fat dog. Oh, hi, fat dog. Yeah, you're a beast, mate. You're a fucking beast dog. Charge is sitting at, but I feel like it's been a while. Who sang that song? Oh yeah, I can understand that. It is a bit funny, when you've got like a blurry eye or something. I get mad allergies, like mad allergies. I'm actually allergic to cats. So if I go anywhere and someone's got a cat, or like someone gives me a hug or whatever, and they've had a cat for like a day, I'm just like sneezy and stuff, and I'll get like bung ass eyes from it, because I'll just swell up from like being allergic. And yeah, usually this eye, for some freaking reason, takes way longer to get better than the other one. And yeah, I do sort of like find I'm blinking this one more, because it feels, I don't know, like I'm going to be able to clear the blurriness or something. I don't really know, but all good. Enjoy your feed. Let us know when you get back what you make and how good it was. Alright, just clear some of these bullshit notifications we don't need anywhere. Alright, there we go. Good boy, LB. What are you doing, weirdo? I should probably put some of these in the old for sheep hut, but that's a hearty meal. I haven't heard anyone cook that for a while. The last one I heard like that was some livers. livers and kidneys they were making. We were cooking up some wild turkey yesterday. I tried to do a live stream, but life didn't want to work. For those in the old refrigerator. Oh shit, I got dog food too. And let's go get your dog rolls out the car, shall we? Right. Should we get your dog roll? Let's go. Let's go get a dog roll. Evie. Look out, it's not for you. It's goat food and dog food. Goat food and dog food. There you go, Bubbas. Blonde, mate. Blonde. Like a fucking bat. Whoa! Alright, throw that piece of shit in there. And we'll throw that piece of shit in there. You can go in there. Perfect. Oh god, that was hard work. Compressed tape out. Fucking my ass. Get rid of that. Chicken! I really need to burn some rubbish. Burn some shit. Let's fucking throw that in there. Fuck it, let's burn some shit. Let's burn some shit, chickens! Yeah, let's burn some shit. Let's have a fire. Fucking fire, mate. Fire! Throw this whole fucking stick in there, mate. You should be right. Oh, shit. Caveman. It's a fire. Fucking it. Burn. They make me put fireworks in there. Make me do it. What are you moaning about, chicken? Burn. Bitch. Burn. Bird, bitch. Yeah, boy, have a fire, have a fire. Sure, that's what we want. Sure, boy. Got chickens. Senior chicken. Good chickens. Good little dickens. Give me this. Let go. Fire's cranking. I wish I was cooking a rainbow. Not gonna lie. Secretly. Don't tell my cousin. But you watch, I've just fucking lit the fire and he's gonna jump on there because he's a dumbass. Go figure. One of them will jump on there. No, I need to throw some more shit in there, hang on. Shove it in, shove it in. fire cranking. Yeah, buddy. Fucking marshmallows in town, actually. It's been a while. Go. Oh, fuck, it's hot. I really should go get some wood for the forest. Go. Perla, mate, perla. Getting it ready so I can cook the doggles some dinner tonight. Get out the house. Get out the house. Fucking rainbow rooster that comes in here. Alright, bro. Sleep well. Catch you tomorrow. Fuck that fire is cranking. Fire is cranking. Fuck that top. What is fuck, mate? Get in. She's the foot, bro. Way better. Shit, that's hot. Oh, yeah. Piece of shit. There you go. Put the pieces in there. Big pieces. Fuck, that's hot. Shit, that's hot out there. What's the fire about? It's just the way of my life. There's an empty fire pit and we have so much dead wood on the ground in the forest because we've got 55 acres that to keep the forest floor clean, we need to remove the dead debris, otherwise no new life grows. So I clean the forest all around where the kids and stuff play, with my cousin and her sons here. And that's what I'm burning. And while I'm doing that, I'll burn any cardboard, paper, biodegradables that we can't throw in our garden, just to save on landfill space in the universe. And also I will cook the dog's dinner and probably my own dinner on the fire tonight. I'm making nachos, just in case you wondered, but that's still a few hours away. But just making some dodgy old nachos for dinner on the fire tonight. So that's what the fire's about. We live out here by fire or gas. Gas costs money. So if it's a fine day, fire it is. Fire's free. Takes a spark, some dry wood, and away we go. So, yeah. And also, if I'm honest, I'm a pyromaniac and I love fire. So, I can't help but play with fire. I play a game called Firewood Roulette. When there's more than just me here one day, I'll give you guys an insight as to how we play that. This is not really a 1-by-1 game. But to be honest, it's kind of funny. No Northlanders up here that I've ever found want to play my Firewood Roulette game. They don't have enough balls. But all my Auckland friends who live in the city slicks, like, they were all down. I've been playing Firewood Roulette since I invented it when I was like 14, 15 at my first ever fire party. But for the most part, yeah, most people are scared. Most people are too scared to play. But I reckon old Alex up the road, he's got a sawmill. He must have some big cojones. You know, so I reckon he'll give it a go. That looks really bad. There's a recycling bin in the corner. There is, actually. I'm not just throwing rubbish across my yard. Cans, recycling, and our rubbish bag, which I'm taking all the paper out of this. So this will be a rubbish bag, which was an old hay bag. So we reuse things. This will be a rubbish bag, and then I take this to the tip when it's full. And there's another black sack outside, which goes to the tip when it's full too. But for the most part, that's about it. And that's like 3 months worth of rubbish. Is this empty bag that I've just started today. It's actually just got a chicken bag in it, so it actually looks way more full than it is. It's got an empty dog food bag and an empty chicken bag inside this big bag. But outside I have an actual full black sack rubbish bag. But that's it for 3 months of rubbish here for 3 people. We don't burn plastics. We don't burn things you shouldn't burn. Common sense. You know, we don't do those things because we live in nature. Bush, animals, loads of them. So we don't burn things we shouldn't. But anything that can be burnt or can be buried and biodegrade, we do that too. So we definitely keep our rubbish down out here. We end up with like a bin about, stand back, probably about yay wide, about this deep, and about this tall for recycling, and that's all squished down cans after 3 months. But I have been telling my cousin she really should save that shit, because, you know, like, although aluminium cans don't pay fuck all in New Zealand, it's still, you know, like if we saved up 3 months worth of aluminium cans, that might pay for our $7 that we pay at the tip, you know? So, I don't know. Makes sense to me to save the fucking aluminium cans. 1 can at a time. What time in the world is it for you, Elliot? What time in the world is it for you? I'm going to guess it's Wednesday late evening, night, or early Thursday morning for you somewhere. Because us here in New Zealand, we're like ahead of the world. We're on Thursday. I have kids like that like goat kids. I have kids. No children of my own. I have raised my 2 younger sisters. Between me and the oldest of my youngest, there's a 15-year age gap. I was 15 when she was born, in other words, and I was 18 when the other one was born, and I took them on in my late 20s and raised them until they were 18, and they've now sprouted their wings and are flying around the country doing their own exciting things in life. But no, I don't have any of my own kids. I raised my ex's kid for 8.5 years and my 2 little sisters, and now I'm just focusing on all these animals that you see outside, which there's a few goats down the bottom, a couple of dogs. I've also got a dog in the Waikato, which is a few hours from here. But here I plan to build an animal rescue, and eventually, once I've got all my fences and stuff sorted, which is what I'm saving for now, is get fencing done. Once that's sorted, I plan to stretch out a little bit further because I've actually got a spare cabin at my house, and I plan to turn it into like a retreat. So if somebody's going through a hard time, you know, a friend might ring up and say, hey, fucking Betty Brown's going through a rough time, mate. Is that cabin at yours available right now? And I'll be like, yeah, mate, fuck it, it's free for the next 3 days. You know, send Betty Brown on up. And Betty old Brown will get in a car or however, and she'll arrive at my house, and I'll feed her. I'll take her in the bush. We'll go for a swim in the waterhole. We'll connect with nature and do some nice things and talk about 5/8 of fuck all other than what's around us and what we see. And they can fuck off after 3 days of staying at my house for free, you know? That's my plan. Just a little retreat and a little animal rescue. Animal loves always make people feel good. Nature makes people feel good. And, yeah, so kids not really in my plans, to be honest. And I live miles from anybody, as I say on the rig in my feeds. Even if I drop my address in my chats, nobody would come out here. That's how remote I live. So yeah, there's no one for miles. So finding anybody to even think about anything like that, yeah, it can't happen. Yeah, and to be honest, yeah, it's just not my priority. I feel happy enough within myself to be out here completely alone. Nobody else around to talk to but the animals. I feel secure in myself with that, and I feel like there's so many animals that can't be secure in their own homes, and people that don't feel secure with them in themselves. And I feel like hopefully one day soon I'll be able to open my doors to any animal and any person for small fragments of time. Animals forever, but people for small fragments of time, and hopefully give them a boost and a bit of a whatever, send them with some free eggs and some free shit from the gardens to give them a bit of a boost on their groceries for the week, and hopefully set them off to a new start. But yeah, I'm still a little while away from that. But that's kind of why I started doing YouTubing, actually, is to like just build a bit of a background and get a bit of crowdfunding per se. And yeah, that's actually where all the money is going to go to, is just building a better place for other animals and people. I'm not even going to spend a cent of it on myself because I'm happy to do what I'm doing already, and I have been doing this for 4 years. So I just want to save some people and some animals, because I know what it's like to feel fucked, to feel like no one gives a shit and there's nowhere you can go and you've got no money and you can't even get a break from your own fucking life because you can't afford that, you know, like, yeah, I feel like I could definitely offer some people something that could, you know, give them a day outside of their normal perspective. Do some shit that nobody fucking does anymore, whether that's hand pumping some fucking water or having to check the solar and shit to make sure that we've got enough power to do what we want to do later in the evening. Whatever it is, you know, like we definitely don't do anything up here like normal. So I feel like having to step outside of your own comfort zones, doing something outside of your own worldly norms is actually good for your soul. It's actually good for your soul. So hopefully one day I'll build enough of a following that yeah, we can all work towards that together. And then who knows, I might save one of you motherfuckers. I might help one of your animals. Maybe you guys need a move and you need somewhere temporary for an animal or somewhere permanent for an animal, but you still want to be able to come and see it. You know, like that'll be who do you call? You call me, because, yeah, that'll be me. And I mean, even at the moment, like, I'll take any animal that needs help and I'll feed it and house it and give up whatever I need to of my own shit to make sure that they have what they need, you know? So, animals and people are kindness. Kindness. Actually, it's just the way people need to move forward, I feel. Because without kindness, what the fuck do we have in this world? A whole lot of ugly. Straight up, a whole lot of fucking whoreha and a whole lot of fucking ugly shit. So, now, if any, is the time. We need to be putting our hearts on our sleeves and showing the world what we got inside and sharing that. You see someone struggling, if you got something, help them. If you don't, have a conversation, bro, because a conversation don't cost you shit. It doesn't. It doesn't cost you shit. And sometimes a conversation can save a fucking life. Just gonna say. Just putting it out there. Sometimes a conversation saves a fucking life. So if all it takes is a hot meal, a little conversation, a roof over someone's head for a night, fuck, that's me, bro. I'll do it any day. Any fucking day. Even if I regret it later. Because trust me, I could tell you some stories, son. I'll let these homeless people live in my house in fucking Auckland when I lived back in Auckland. Yeah, that's a whole nother story. But despite having a whole bunch of broken shit and a whole bunch of lies, and it wasn't me that broke all that shit, even though you're the only new thing to the house, I would probably be stupid enough to do it again. Because, like I said, I know what it's like not to have things to go without and whatever. I don't know if any of y'all know anything about my background, but I come from two fucking shitty ass parents. My dad did the best that he could with the nothing that he knew and the nothing that he had. But it was very far from good enough as a fucking parent. And my mum, to be honest, I've not seen a child abuse case on the news, in the TV, in the media, in a fucking movie as good as what my mum did to me, my brother, and my cousin. Let's put it this way. 5 people in my family have committed suicide, all attributed to the things that my mum has done, said, and caused for people in our family. So I come from a pretty shitty place. I come from a pretty shitty upbringing. You know, like my mum, she believed in like food was a privilege. So if we were naughty, we'd get 2 pieces of bread and a glass of water for the day. Now, we loved animals more than we loved ourselves. So we would give our 2 pieces of bread to the dog because our dog got starved and he always lived under the stairs. You know, so we went without right from very, very fucking young to provide for animals. And that still definitely hasn't changed despite what I've been through. So I definitely have been through some rough times, some rough places. My mum put us as a state of the ward, which, if you don't know what that means that we were put in foster care. When I had a perfectly able-bodied father that could have done better than my mum, maybe not the best, but still better than my mum. But we had grandparents, great aunties, uncles. My mum just cut them all off. The second they found out about the abuse, my mum cut them all off, and it was just us and mum against us and mum. Because there was no one else. So yeah, it's been pretty rough as a child, like growing up and getting to the place that I'm in now. I feel like it was kind of like built into me from being young and going through that lifestyle. So I hate now to watch anybody suffer, whether it's a child, an animal, an adult. I don't give a fuck like what you've been through, what you've done to somebody else. Like, I'm gonna give you that chance, you know, just don't fuck me over, because then that chance is gone. But like, yeah, I'm always down to help somebody. Always down to try and help somebody if I can, you know. It doesn't take much, and at the very least, to sit down and just have a chat with somebody that feels unheard can make the meanest fucking difference in somebody's day. The meanest fucking difference in somebody's day. Just even to answer more than that generic, hey, how's it? How's your day? As you do when you go to the shops. What's your day been like today, miss? Has it been busy? What time did you start? Any other question than how are you when you go to the shop? Try it out. Try it out, guys. Try it out. You see people's faces light up when you ask anything other than, hey, how's it? How are you? Trust me. Try it. Let me know. Let me know how it goes for you, but it feels good when you make people smile. And although saying, hey, how are you? How's it? That's polite when you walk into a shop. That's acknowledging somebody. That's reciprocating a platonic conversation that's generally just in autopilot mode. But at the end of the day, it's still that back and forth, a little bit of a nat. It's better than just ignoring people, right? But trust me, you walk in, you're like, hey, good to see you today. What time do you finish? Instead of, hey, how's it? I promise you, you're going to get to see what the actual person is. You're going to see what they're like as a person. You're going to see a different interaction rather than just, yep, good, thank you. How about you? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about you, but I'm not really a fan of just walking around on autopilot. And I'm not perfect. I'm far from fucking perfect. There are days. There are days when someone's like, how are you? And you're like, good, thank you. How are you? And they're like, good, thank you. And you're like, oh, yeah, cool. So how are you? Because you haven't even registered the fact that you've already autopiloted that fucking question the fuck out your mouth. And then you're throwing it out there again like some muppet. I do that. I do that too. But that's why now I'm like really trying to change the narrative and be like, what do you do in your spare time? Are you a part-timer or a full-timer if you've never seen that person before? Is this the first time you worked at a supermarket? Any question but how are you? That's my challenge to you guys. At least once in the next month. If I see you here again in my feeds, I'm going to hit you up and I'm going to see. I'm going to ask. How's your shopping conversations going, guys? What are you doing inside, chicken? I really should take wheelbarrows to the forest. How's your old sheep heart coming along? How long does it take to cook one of those? It's stuck on your beak, fool. I just gave the chickens some jelly lolly and it's stuck on his beak and he's like, I'm trying to get it off. I'll see if I can show you. It's on his beak, look. He's trying to get it off. The hit in the ground. So what can I wipe this on? The window? The floor? From the window to the wall. And the sweat dropped down my butt. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, how do you cook that? Do you just like fry it in the pan with some butter or like throw some fucking Brussels sprouts in there? I'm not dissing. I actually don't know. Like, I'm genuine. Like, I know people could put like watercress with like pork chops and like random shit. So, or just fry it up by itself. Do you cut it into pieces or just like cook the whole thing? How big is it? Like, fuck. I'm gonna have to do some Googling when I get off again. Check out this mean lighter I got in town. You'll probably know where I got that from, little light. And I got this other one. This other cool one too. Wait, I got too many lighters here. Hang on. Yeah, check this one. This one's my favorite. It's a Doberman, eh? Is it a Doberman? I don't know why it's got pink glasses on, but... Yo! Fucking oh boy. They got the... I don't know why, but they have like fucking 15 million racks of lighters at the liquor store. Like, you go to the dairy and they just got like one standard row of Bics and like one standard row of those old... What are they called? The clippers? The clipper lighters? The refillables? Well, you go to the liquor store and they got like racks. It's like, bro, you a lighter shop or a liquor shop? Get out the house. I run like that and all of them move but this one, the fucking blind chicken. All of them but this one. Yeah, I'm gonna feed you guys some more because like I'm so sick of yelling at the door. No, get out! Ginge, get out the box. Bloody hell, out the fucking box. There's the chickens. Oh no, it wasn't supposed to be on the deck, Dix. Mate. Mate. Yeah. Is the baby chicks underneath? Oh, good. I tried to throw heaps underneath the deck and they ended up all over the deck and now all the fucking chickens be up there like, oh yeah, it's Christmas. Oh, where's he? What are you barking at? Yeah, chickens. Baby chicks. There you go, baby chickens. Much more of a strong paw. What the fuck are you barking at? Rainbow, don't. Don't do it. Yeah, Rainbow. Have to feed Rainbow miles away, otherwise he gets a hiding. I better move this dry ass fucking hay. Or she'll sweat and go moldy in the sun. Even though it's supposed to be so fucking dry. Oh, did I get text or? Shit. Fuck, I did too. I did too. I got like 6 or something. It's not even important. One of them is my phone telling me that I needed that my thing's gonna run out, but that's okay because I've already there's money on there for that to do. And then one of them told me that I have used all my fast internet, which is fine because it renews tonight. So fuck out of here. And then one of them is just a random fucking spam ad, like for Mighty Ape. You know, they're like, oh, we've got sales on. I haven't even shopped at Mighty Ape for like 3.5 years. Only ever did it one time, and I regret it majorly. And then the other two, one was a 707. So someone's tried to call me, but I don't have good reception out here. So anyone important that tries to call me should know to text me afterwards because I won't get that. And the other one is just telling me that I had a missed call. So all of them were a waste of my time. All of them. Car pie. Cheers. Cheers, technology. Fucking love that. Not one of them was anybody. So that tells me it must have been like, I don't know. I did get a call from like a plus 83 fucking 27 digit number afterwards last night. Like some random missed call. And I was like, bro, this looks like some, hello, we're calling about your broadband. Your security has been breached. Motherfucker, I don't have broadband. Motherfucker, I don't care about security out here. Like, come find me. Oh, too funny. Yeah, so I guess that's what that call was, but I don't know. It doesn't actually tell me the number. It just told me that I had a voicemail and that I missed a call from some weird number, so. And now I just had a text saying, what the fuck? Where is it gone? Where's it gone? I can't use my phone since updates. Hi there. Oh my god, this looks frightening. Hang on. Hi there. How you been? How's living off grid? Oh, that's ominous. That's ominous because I haven't spoken to this person in ages, so they must have seen my live feed, motherfuckers. Maybe they just tried to call me from like years and years ago and I've deleted their number because they don't fucking matter. That's interesting. That's interesting. No, I don't always straight up. I don't even have a laptop. This is all I have. I lie, I have a laptop. I do have a laptop, but it's not connected to anything. Like, I could, if I connect it, it's via my hotspot on my phone. I don't even have an internet connection. So, like, fucking, I love when I actually do answer to scammers, because I'm like this. This is me. I'm like, hi, and they're like, hi, we're just calling about your broadband, and I'm like, sorry, I'm only 12. I'm just gonna go get my mum for you. Just wait a minute. I'll just go get her. She's just hanging out the washing. So I put the phone down, and then I come and I pack myself a nice fat cone. They don't know what I'm doing. They just think I'm going to go get my mum. So I pack myself a nice fat cone. Usually flick on the jug, because this is back in Auckland times, not when I'm living out here. Just flick on the jug, start making me a coffee, and I come back and I'm like, yeah, I've just run out and got her. She's gonna be in in just a minute. Yeah, she's coming. Put the phone back down. 5 minutes. I pick it up. I'm like, are you still there? They're like, yes, ma'am. Can I talk to you? I'm like, oh, your mum's coming. She just really wanted to finish the job first, because yeah, she's almost here. Just 1 more minute. Put the phone back down. Put the timer on for 3 minutes. Wait another 3 minutes. So at this point, by the time they come back after 3 minutes, I've already wasted 10 minutes of their time. I come back after 3 minutes, and then I'm like, yo, so mum's not interested in whatever you've got going, because like we know that you're a scammer. So next minute, burp burp burp. But I tell you what, by doing that, they don't actually call you back, because, you know, like if you just say mum's not home or you're not interested, they just keep ringing back, like for like, you know, a week straight of random times, 2 in the morning, 5 in the, because they're ringing from fucking, I don't know, Bangladesh or something. They're not ringing from our country, so I don't know. I feel like they ring you at ungodly hours anyway. I know this guy who knows, what's his YouTube name? Nanobeta. Have you heard about Nanobeta? I legit know a guy who I've been like sitting right next to, like literally know him, and he's been on the phone to his, I think it might have even been his cousin or something, and it's Nanobeta. So Nanobeta, they fucking go around worldwide and they ring scammers. They legit find out exactly, pinpoint them on the map, send rats into their apartments and shit, like wherever they're doing their scam calls from, hook up on their live feed, and they like start telling them what they're wearing and shit like that. Like, check it out, it's fucking funny. Nanobeta on YouTube, and they get money back. Like they can actually, depending on the network settings and however, I don't know enough about that stuff. But this particular dude, he's been doing it for so long now, like in certain encrypted situations or whatever, he can backdraft whatever the fuck they're doing, or he connect to all their cameras in their whole fucking thing, connect to their automatic fingerprint locks and shit, and like let in random people from outside, and like all this shit, infest rats in there by physically hiring people in the same city that are against the scammers, that have been scammed by these scammers, send them in with fucking rats and shit, and he pays them, you know, because he's got such a big following now on YouTube. But yeah, Nanobeta, bro, the fucking scammers, alright, like rear ends them hard. It's so funny. It is so funny. You gotta love it, you know, like, and he'll like, if the whole time he's watching, so say he's watching that particular scammer's office or individual scammer, whatever it is, for say 3 weeks, in that 3 weeks while he's watching them, he will ring every single person, because he's connected to their entire network, so he can see what phones have been called, which laptop is connecting to which call, and all that sort of shit. So every time they hang up the phone, he'll ring that client back and be like, hey, have you just been contacted by blah 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 blah, you know, and they're generally like, oh yeah, I thought it was, you know, old ladies, I thought it was a little bit dodgy, but yeah, I was just gonna ring my provider Spark and just follow it up, and they're like, yeah, don't bother, it's a scam, don't pay it, nothing's gonna happen, they can't, you know, blah 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 blah, and like fully inform the people that these people are calling to. Fuck, it's out the gate, like, yeah, he just started as like this little 14-year-old in his fucking room at home, just being like, I'm sick of these people calling my mum. Like, I'm sick of these people calling my mum. And so studied the fuck up on computer tech, all that sort of stuff. And like, out the gate, bro. He is on. He is on. So like, y'all ever have any trouble, like your nana get fucking hacked or like scammed for something, bro? Hit me up and I'll message my bro who will message his fucking bro and sort it out. Like, I've touched wood, never had to do that yet to date, or none of my friends, but I have heard some fucking horror stories, like where fucking some things have gone wrong, but it's been like a friend's friend's friend, and it's like a little bit too much, you know. But fucking, yeah, crazy stories. People getting fucking hacked and scammed, and anyone who has like their Google account linked to their fucking paywavy, what's it, you know? Nano, NanoBaiter. I'm pretty sure Nano Beta. Yeah. He's just this little dorky dude. Like, you 99.9% of the time has a mask on. So you can't actually tell obviously who he is. You could just see his eyes, you know. But yeah, he's a young buck. He's in his 20s. He's a funny as fuck dude. I only know what he actually looks like, and he's got the babiest face you could ever imagine. I only know what he looks like because the bro that I sat with was fucking live chatting him like we are, but just to him on his Facebook fucking thing, you know, and he was chatting to his mate, and he's like, oh, yo, so fucking my mate's mate got hacked and and she lost like 20 grand to a plumbing fucking issue that she apparently had, and it's because these scammers had been watching her thing to find out she'd rung some plumbers who'd come out and done some work, and then they fucking, bro, they rorted her for like 20 grand and like 3 separate payments, and the bro got all the money back and then infested their fucking call center with rats. It was the funniest thing. So yeah, we're just watching it on live feed, but his face is so innocent and baby-like. Like, you would never even imagine if you walk past this guy in the street, you wouldn't even think he's a geek or a dog. You'd just be like, oh, he's a young boy. He could be a ball player. He could be a, like baseball player. He could be like a cricket player. Like, he's fit and able, but like doesn't look geeky whatsoever. Like, fucking on, bro. Like, he's the best stealth option there is. You know, most computer people, they sort of got like a look about them, and I'm not just meaning like 4 eyes or like glasses or whatever, but they sort of just got like a look about them, and I think it's because the way that they're like on the PCs all the time, and so like even when they're standing up straight, like they're just, the way their shoulders sort of like, the heads are always, I don't know. I find mean gamers and everyone, even like the cool hip people that just fucking play some League of Legends, like they got like this sort of forwards look to the, I don't know, but my dad's honestly like happy at heart, but mad tech computer geek, and he'll sit on the computer. If someone gives him a broke computer, he'll sit on that computer for days, mate. And by the end, he's legit like this, doing all this shit. And then he'll get up and he's like, I got the sorest neck. I think my neck's gone out. You know, that car accident back in 1988. And I'm like, I think it's got zilch to do with your car accident and like 100% to do with like the fact you've been like this for fucking days. Yeah, they just got a way they carry themselves, whether it's the way that they sort of like walk forwards or I don't know, but I can walk into a room, not being a dick, but like straight up, I can walk into a room and be like, you're a tradie, you're a admin role of some sort, and the rest of you I would never fucking clue. But like tradies, they got like sort of how I do, like you sort of like, they don't really stand still. They sort of you always got to be moving. I find most tradies are people that don't like to sit still. So tradies are always driving, always doing something. And the way that they walk, they've got a wide gait because you're used to like stabilizing yourself when you're carrying things, you know, so you walk a little bit wider than what you do as a normal person. Now, females, males, doesn't matter. You always have that wide gait. When you're an admin, you try to look a bit taller. You try to look a bit more presentable, and so you walk a little bit narrower and a little bit tidier, male, female, it doesn't matter, you know, like they just have like there's just like, I'm just really good at gauging sort of people. I used to like love sitting in a cafe and just watching, like people watching, you know, and just seeing the people that come in and out, and then like having bets with my partners and stuff and being like, what do you reckon they do for a job? Do you reckon they're an accountant? Do you reckon they're a lawyer? Do you reckon they're a fucking gardener? What do you reckon? What do you reckon? All those ones be like, what do you reckon they're talking about over at that table? Do you think they're talking about the latest events? Do you think they're talking about some gossip? Do you think what do you reckon they're talking about over there? You know, like Yeah, I'm all about watching people and like reading language and like seeing what the fuck people are putting out there. And I 100%, hands down, put that to the fact that before I was 4 years old, I had to know how to read a room. And when I say read a room, I mean read the room of my parents. You know, walk in there and be like, "Can I ask for a sandwich right now? Do you think now's the time to be getting it?" No, Mum looks a bit pissed off. Dad doesn't look that. I'm not that hungry. You know what I mean? Like we used to walk in and reading people how they hold themselves, what they're doing. So I feel like the reason why I'm so good at people watching and sort of like gauging some stuff like is 100% because of learning how to do that. So I don't really know if it's a positive or a negative, but you know, that's just how it is. Yeah. What about you? Are you any good at reading a room? And you're good at looking at someone and being like, I fully know you're talking shit right now. Or like looking at your mate and being like, why are you pretending fool? Like this ain't you, G. Like what the fuck are you up to? You know, you need are you good at people? I mean, I know you said that you don't see that good, but like I feel like reading a room is part of like I feel like actually humans have lost a lot of our wider our sense of listening to ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, can you honestly, if you think back in your life to some shit times where you're like, I probably could have done that a little bit different. Can you think back a couple of stages before that and ever remember any times where you were like, I knew that I shouldn't have done that? Something told me I shouldn't have fucking gone to that shop that day and I would never have been done for shoplifting because the bro wouldn't have been with me and he's the one who shoplifted. Whatever it is, do you have any of those moments in life where you can think back and think, something really did tell me that I probably shouldn't have done that, but I fucking did it anyway because I'm a fucking done-ditter. Like, you know, because I got a few of those moments where I can look back on and be like, I knew better. I knew better in my mind and in my soul, and something in my gut was telling me, hey, you fucking shouldn't probably do that. But I was like, my dad also said that I shouldn't do that. So because dad said it, I'm a fucking do it because like I'm a line tester and away I go. You know, didn't listen to my wairoa at all. And I feel like people as a whole, not just our nation, worldwide, have forgotten the art of listening to ourselves. And I feel like that's what really fucks us up a lot. It's the fact that we don't listen to what is actually right here telling us there's something, whether it's here on the back of your neck, goosebumps before you do it, that lingering thought of something that somebody else has told you, but you decide to fight it. Whatever it is, you know. So I feel like if we actually sit at peace with ourselves a little bit more often than what most people do when we live the way that we're forced to live as humans, you know, I feel like if we actually sit at peace with the world and stuff, the weird statics, that's what I call it, like the weird statics, those things that you can't explain, those feelings on the skin, those the walking over your grave, whatever you want to refer to it as, like those weird statics come back more and more, and the more you listen to them, the less they come back because the less it needs to warn you that something is coming. So the less it comes, but the more intense it sort of comes back. It's kind of weird, but because it comes back more intense, you kind of like have to fucking listen to it because it's there, you know. Thinking I know better or wanting to prove a point to someone, or just like, you know, when your parents are like, why are you with them? And you're like, what's it to you? And they're like, oh, well, I've been you once, you know, like, oh, I fucking know all about that. You're sure she's taking a piss or he's taking a piss, whatever it is, you know, like your parent, and fucking listen to that shit. Because most of the time, it's coming from a good place, and they actually maybe not parents, because I don't really have parents say that, but I have friends and like colleagues and stuff be like, bro, you're not yourself, you're not the same, you're not doing the same shit, you're running late, whatever it is, you know, like, I don't know, like, I feel like you should just listen to yourselves a little bit better. Hold up. Fucking motherfuckers. I need to invent a chicken keeper outer. Oh, do you need a drink, chicken? Here. Yeah, have a drink. Have a drink. Have a drink. Have a drink. Want a drink? What are you going for? Here we go, baby. Have a drink. Look. Have you seen the new goat? Seen my latest goat, boy? Because I lost pretty much the fleet. I was down to my last Patience boy, which pretty much everyone who's been on here has seen Patience. But I got a new boy. He's a wither. He's got no nuts. Sad story. I didn't do that to him. It wasn't me. It was done before I rescued him. Okay, and it sucks because he's a fucking cashmere goat. I swear to God, he's so soft. It's like I just want to love him. But yeah. Have you seen the new goat? Look, I can show you the new goat. He's sort of just here. He's so cute. He's so cute, and he's so gentle. He does fuck me up a little bit with his horns, but I don't feel like he's trying to fuck me up with his horns, if that makes sense. Whereas my last goat, Bruiser, he was trying to fuck me up with horns. Can you hear him? He's having a bleat. Oh, yeah. His name's Albie, right? I keep telling him, bro, your name's so fitting. You keep fucking me up, and all I keep saying is, I'll be right. I'll be right. It's all right. Fucking little cunt. They're like, his horns aren't, oh, they're probably like, if you could straighten them, they'd probably be like, yay long, you know? But because they only just sort of taper over, when he drops his head and he goes to give you the headbutt, like a big male goat would, they're not quite long enough to be killed over, so he's not hitting you with the horn, he's actually hitting you at the end of it. And man, he's such a prick. He's got this thing for trying to undress people. I'm not kidding. I'm not even joking. He likes to undress people. So he'll come up to you from behind while you're like bent over, like nailing some shit, and he'll come up and he gets like the corner of your shirt and he just starts lifting it like right up, and he's just like, but he's so gentle with his horn when he gets it in between there. You almost don't realize what he's doing until you start feeling air, and you're just like, bro, get out. Like, the fuck are you doing? Honestly, he's a menace. He's a gentle menace. Whereas Bruiser, my last go, I don't think y'all seen him. He wasn't a gentle menace. He chose hate. He chose hate. I'm not kidding. He chose hate. I'd go out there to see him, and I'll be like, me to you away, and I'm like, so what are you going to be like today, boy? And sometimes he'd be like, and so you think he wants some love, so you reach over to give him love, and then he throws himself down on the ground and then just starts kicking everything he's got at you. You know, he throws himself back up, and then he's like, boosh, boosh. I think I've got a couple of shorts up there of Bruiser, so maybe the caption to say about him choosing hate, but if you haven't seen him, yeah, he was ruthless. I ended up giving him away to these two gay guys, actually. It was so funny. They're like big burly men, you know, like fucking a good foot higher than me, like broad as. And I said to them, you know, like, I love this goat. I've had him since he was fucking 3 days old, but like, he hates me. And I can try my best to like wrangle that goat, but he fucks me up, man. Like, I remember one time I'd like just undone his tether and we go to move down the hill because they're entire. So they got their balls, so we can't have them just roaming and like knocking up the other one. So he's on a tether. And I undo that and fucking away he goes, man. And I'm just holding this tether and I'm straight playing like down the hill like oh my god. Eventually he turns around and he's like, oh, you're still there. Hang on, let's go again. Like, oh, everyone's just watching me get thrown around the farm, having a good old laugh. Oh my god, it was so not funny. I was like, motherfuck. Straight up. Could not believe him. Could not believe him. He was violent. He was violent. But then some days, and when I say some days, I mean one out of like 75 days, he was a gentle boy and he just wanted to sit in your lap. But you could never trust it, you know, because like he did that to his dang self. You would never trust that. It was just going to be a cuddle. And not just like he's going to lay on you and then just start smashing the fuck out of you with his head. Like, oh, ruthless. Yeah. And then there's him and his brother, literally side by side in the paddock, down by the trees there. There's, I think that's one of the shorts that I've got. So they're side by side, and there's me with little Patience being a gentle boy, and then I go over to fucking, I go over to the demon goat, and he's just like, yeah, like doing all this shit, like attacking the tree and shit, like, and then I go back to Patience, and he's just like trying to reach for the same tree, just gently, you know. And they were brothers. So I'm a firm believer, like, if you want nice boy goats, name them Fairy. Name them Princess. Name them Patience. Name them anything but Bruiser or Boomer or Smasher or Thrasher. Like, those are not good goat names, because I tell you what, the name says so much about a fucking animal, it's not even funny, okay? Because Bruiser, he loved to fuck me up. He loved to fuck me up good. And Patience, I've had him the same time. I've had him 3.5 years. Not once has he bunt me. Not fucking once has he bunt me. He's bit me once by accident when I was trying to hoik something out of his mouth because I thought he was choking. But he has never bit or bunted or even kicked me other than when I'm trying to groom his nails and I'm hurting him and he's not really a fan. Fair fucking enough. But old Bruiser, mate. Yeah. Call them Susie. Call them Sweetheart. Call them anything but violent, aggressive names, because like, just no. I learned that the hard way. Every Damien I've ever met as a person has been like demonic. I'm not gonna lie. Every Michael I've ever met has been quite hands-on, quite hearty, a little bit softer than most men. I don't know, like, I feel like names, they come with more than just a name. Anyway, what do you reckon? Do you agree or not agree? What do you feel about names? Feel they're a jinx to the personality sometimes? I really need to walk my ass out there and find some fucking cladding. I'm at my own house. I know where some goddamn cladding is, but here everything's overgrown. And I'm watching my goat right now, the little kid. Smash his head through the fucking builder's paper that I put up just to make it watertight for last night, the little dick. literally hammer smashed it, all his sides off the house overnight. Because they were just temporary sides for overnight. And he's like, I'll show you that temporary. Motherfuck. Bro, did he what? Yeah, I was watching you, Dick. Yeah, I was. You're a dick, mate. You know, that's supposed to keep you dry and warm. If you're going to fuck it up, you know, you're not going to be dry and warm. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought, you dickhead. That's right, mate. You fucking lie down. So he's lying down out there now, like, fine. What a dick. Honestly. Why do we have animals? I've got a cat under my feet, wanting food. You call yours Ginger. That's a fucking perfect name. That's a perfect name. What did she call it? What was its name? Did it have a name? Come on, entertain us. What was its name? Well, if you're ever wanting goats in the future, you know who to hit up for a goat. Oh, I give away goats every year. All the time, actually. Sometimes more than just once a year, but definitely in breeding season, because I hate money. I don't believe in money. So I breed my goats and I just give them away to people that are obviously going to be a happy place. Yeah, please do find out what his name was. I want to know. I want to know. Because if he was a bastard, or she was a bastard, it's got to be the name, eh? It has to be. Like, no offense, but like, even if the goat's name's Morgan, I'd be fucking angry too. I say that because my niece's name's Morgan. And again, Morgan isn't really the baddest name. I'm not dissing Morgans, okay? But now the reason why I laugh about the name Morgan now is because, look, I don't know if you can see, but like up here, I've got like a full-on fucking Māori tāmoko. It was fucking done with the, you know, like it's actual, like, I don't know if you can see it at all. Lighting's pretty sharp. I'll show you another time. But anyway, like Māori ears, you know, like Māori ears. Well, my brother, he's like super white. He's not really like about fucking animals or like, you know, like any of that sort of shit. Like he like struggles with like anything that's not about his own little circle or whatever, you know, like. So I like to think I'm like a bit more hearty than my brother, a bit more whatever. But fucking having goats like that, bro, I tell you, like you got to be some other kind of hearty to have a violent, angry goat and actually keep that thing and actually keep that motherfucking thing. Like that's a whole nother story. You know what I mean? But my brother ain't got a single tattoo. He ain't got a single fucking piercing. Nothing at all. Like he doesn't even go brown. Like I actually go brown. For the last 3 years, I haven't even been allowed to be in the sun properly. That's why you always see me with sweatshirts and fucking pants on, like when I'm outside. Because for the last 3 years, I've been allergic to the sun. What the fuck? A fucking Māori allergic to the sun? Like the fuck even is that? Maui pulled up the sun, bro. Like, anyway, yeah, fully allergic to the sun. So that's why I'm always hood up in a sweatshirt whenever the sun is anywhere near around. Fucking annoying. But my brother, he doesn't go brown like us. He's got my mum's gene, which is weird because like my mum goes red and peels, but she's Māori. That's where the Māori comes from, my nana side. But my mum took on her dad's side, who was white as, English fella, white as. And so like I took my nana side. So when I'm actually in the sun, I actually go brown as fuck. Like when I like bend my shoulder in summer, it's like purple in the crease, you know, like it goes that kind of brown. But for 3 years, I haven't been in the sun, and I'm still still browner than my brother, where he's still so white, and he's in the sun every day. I'm like, Yeah, pretty hardy, but not hardy enough to deal with a fucking goat like that. Although I did have Bruiser for like, I think I rehomed him like 6 months ago. 7 months ago, maybe, to those gay guys, ambulance officers, but beautiful people. It was so funny. They rocked up. They were wearing like these little short shorts, like these little fucking short shorts, wearing this little like crop top fucking singlet with like the spaghetti strings and shit. And they like rock up with their nails longer than mine, and I'm just like, shit. I'm like, fuck. I'm like more manly than you guys, but straight away my goat was just like, oh, two big men. Oh yeah, and like turns and looks at them. And no shit, like if I tried to sit down next to that motherfucking goat, like he would have been straight up trying to give me like the head smashes, you know, like this cunt just rocks up, walks over and he's like, oh, is that him, is it? And I was like, yeah, that's him, you know. And anyway, he just goes and sits next to him, and Bruce is like, oh, and just leans into him, and I'm like, bro, he's yours. Fucking take the cunt. Take him away. He's fucking yours. He loves you more than he's ever loved me, and I've had him 2.5 years. Oh, too funny. But yeah, so they fucked off with him, but they tried to give him back to me like 6 months later, like a month ago, and I was like, bro. No! I was like, I love him, and if you can't rehome him, please do call me, but no! Oi, question for you. What kind of vape do you have? Because I just got my hands on, when I say that, it sounded really inappropriate. I was just given a whole bunch of fucking vape and magoozy bitsy bobsies, and I don't vape. It was left in my letterbox here, because an old friend of mine thought that I still vape from way back in the when, and I only vape for like a week, so I don't really know why they thought that, but yeah. What do you vape? Like, what's your? Is it like smock? Is it like fucking vaporesso? I don't know, but drop it down below, because fuck this shit. You could probably, can you top yours up with the flavor fluidy magoz stuff? Like, do you put actual flavor bottles into your vape, or do you just buy the? Oh, yeah. Is it? Yeah. Let me know if you use the flavor things, because there's like 6 different. One of them's a big ass, but it almost looks like something I'd use making pancakes, putting fucking syrup or oil on the pan. Like, it's huge. Like a butterscotch one, and I don't know. They're in the Jeep. I can have a look at a sec, but heaps of flavor magoozy thingies if you use those bottles, and 3 of them not even opened, because they've decided they've quit, but they bought heaps when they came from fucking duty free or something, and then all these fucking vape accessories and bits and bobs and shit. The only thing they didn't have with it is the actual vape. But yeah. If you need some vapor magoozies. Oh yeah. So you do use those flavor bottle things. Like, one of them is bigger than this. And then it's just got like a nipple top that you turn, and then you can squirt the shit out, and then you close it, put the lid cap thing on it, and then stand it up on your shelf or whatever. But one of them is bigger than that, and that's like big. Like, one of them is fatter than that fucking bad boy. And that's a butterscotch something flavor. And it's from the old Get Fucked vape company that used to be a New Zealand company, apparently. So if you want the flavors, I'll fucking just leave them in the Jeep. And then next time I'm live streaming in town, remind me, because I'll forget they're in there because I don't use them. Remind me that I've got those fucking vape things in the Jeep, and I'll meet you somewhere and I'll fucking chuck them your way, because I don't. Everyone else that I know that vapes, they use those things that look like Tampax applicators or something, you know, and they throw them away. An old mate used to drill out the bottom and fill them back up until he blew up his vape when it was in his mouth. Blew off his whole bottom lip. Don't do that. Don't do that, kids. Don't do that. But yeah, been doing that for like 12 months, and then fucking, I don't know what happened. One time got lazy on it or something. Fucking no bottom lip. Gone. But I think there's at least 6 bottles. Most of them are just little bottles that are like dark coloured on the outside with like the flavour thing on the label. But yeah, the big one is sort of like more clear colour, but it's a big bad boy. Honestly, it looks like something I would legit squirt the oil in the pan. Yeah, I remember you saying the other month it only cost you, or the other day it cost you like $50 or something a month, or 40. Was it you say $50 or $40 a month or something for your vape fluid or something? And the bro that dropped that shit off, like one of them still got a price tag on it. It's like $80. That's the big one. It's like $80 for that fucking bad boy, and it's like not even used. Probably like a 16th of the bottle. Like it's pretty much full. It's pretty much brand new. But yeah, they reckon they just pulled their vape out one day, and they were just done because they went from smoking cigars, ooh, rough, to smoking old dirty cigarettes, to smoking the old vapesies. And then yeah, fucking just woke up one morning, went to have a vape, had a fucking massive cough out the ring, and just decided nah. And fuck, I was laughing at them. I was like, oh, that sucks for you. I was like, surely someone can fucking use your vape shit then. And then I checked the letterbox, and it's in the letterbox. They must have come out to see me today when I was in town. But to be fair, I haven't checked the mailbox in like fucking 3 or 4 days. Oh, free base liquid. Yeah, that must be it. Yeah. Oh, well, at least you can use it then, too. And then you got $40 or whatever it is a month for something else. If you like those flavors anyway. The only one I actually looked at was the fucking big one because it was so big, and I was like, what the fuck is that, bro? Because like the rest of them were small little things. Looks sort of like essential oil drops, you know what I mean? Like what you put in your oil burner or something. They look about that size. And then there's just this fat fucking bottle, and I'm like, the fuck is that, bro? And I picked that one up. That's how I know that was like $84.95 or something. $82.95. So I don't know what the milligrams for any nicotine or anything like that is, but I'm sure if you don't use them or can't use them, you'll probably know someone or whatever, be able to sell them or whatever, get you fucking $5 back for them. But I'm never going to use them. And I don't want anything for them. I fucking hate money, bro. I fucking hate money. I wish we could take it back to the barter system. Like, say I need some rice, and I got some fucking alcohol. I got a fucking packet of these, and I got a packet of these, a fucking old packet of these, right? And I rock up, and I'm like, to fucking the next house on the street. I don't even know who that is, but I rock up on the next street, and I'm like, yeah, bro, I got all of these things, bad boys. I'm just looking for a fucking cup of rice. Are you keen on any of these for some rice? That's the kind of life I'm about. Not fucking let me pay you for this, let me pay you for that. I'm like, I'll paint your house, which will last you 10 years. Can I pick your oranges for 10 years? You know? Bill, oh, bro. Nah, yeah, you've said it all. Fucking Bill, mate. My granddad was called William. Everyone called him Bill. And I tell you what, he was the strictest sergeant there ever was. And so my dad, I said he did the best he could with what he had. So if it wasn't my dad raising us, if he was at work because he needed to work to raise us because he was a solo dad, my granddad lived here on the property in a massive, like 3.5 bedroom, big, massive fucking house for like a 70, 80-year-old man, you know. And that's the house my dad and his sister grew up in. When my dad got us kids and shit in custody, Granddad said that he could build on the property as long as he paid for his own house. So my dad did that, built a house and shit, and that's where me and my brother were raised and shit. But like fucking, yeah, pre-war era, he was ruthless, bro. Like he had this award-winning garden. And I'm not lying. It was legitimately an award-winning garden. He had in Auckland City, right next to the Botanical Gardens. Everyone knows the Botanical Gardens if you live in New Zealand, like where they have the Ellerslie Flower Show and all that shit nowadays. I lived like 3 minutes walk from there. It was technically Rewa, whatever, Manarewa, however you want to say it. It was the roughest part, right? Just not far from Manukau. My granddad had this award-winning garden, and when I moved out of home at 15, I had bought my own car. So this is where the grass starts, right? And I drive my car down, and it was a U-shaped round granddad's house. You could drive right round, and then dad's house was down the back. So I'd drive down the driveway, and I'd pull right up to the edge of the grass and park right there. Not on the grass, because God forbid you park on that grass. You're fucking dead. So I park almost on the grass, get out, walk into dad's house. Every day, no matter what time, day or night, 2 in the morning, whatever time you showed up at dad's house to go see him, granddad would come the fuck out of his house with his fucking broom. Now, why he had the broom, I'll get to that. But he would come out his motherfucking house, get down to fucking eye level with the grass and the concrete, where the grass would meet the concrete and where your tyre comes in. And he would make sure that your tyre was not even leaning against the blade of grass. And I'm not even kidding. Like, if you were even so much as, or the wind had changed and it had blown that grass blade against the tyre, bro, granddad's out there with the broom handle on the ground. Dish, 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 till you get the fuck out there and move your car. And I don't just mean move it back an inch and out. No, you lost driveway privilege, bro. Get the fuck off the driveway. Park 3/4 of a mile away, because there was no parking out on the roadside out there because it was double yellow lines. So you had to actually park up this other street and then walk back down, cross the road, and walk. Yeah, nah, Bill, bro. You said it all. You said it all. And what's funny? My brother, he named one of his kids. He named them fucking. So the boys are named Mikaide, Michael in English, or Michael in Māori. Leighton, which can have the English equivalent, or it's spelled like Māori, like how my little cousins is. My little nephew, sorry. And then there is Wiramu. And Wiramu stands for what? In English? William. Bill. So they've carried on the nasty tradition of making a fucking demon human by calling him Bill. But whether or not our generation will refer to him as Bill or just Wiramu or William is a different story, because back in the day, anyone who was called William was called Bill. Who knows? Who knows what our Gen Z and new generations will be like, but I guess we'll find out. But the funniest thing, right, so Māori has a tattoo, as you see, Māori has nephews' names. My brother had 3 boys and then had a girl. Leighton, Mikaide, Wiramu. What did he name his girl? The most ugliest name in history. Morgan. Like, and it's not that ugly, but when you name it against all these Māori names and then you give her such a white plain Jane name, like, why? Why would you do that? Why? Morgan. Morg for short? Oh, gives me the heebies. Yeah, it gives me the heebies, I'm not gonna lie. I can't believe that. Bill the goat. Well, if you want any nice natured goats, we're only going to have Gentles, TLCs, Tickle Me Elmos. We're only gonna have nice names out here. We might even have a Harry, you know, because old Prince Harry's pretty. He's not, but he's pretty. He's almost. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. I've been trying to get these roosters to fucking crow for ages in front of the camera. Honestly, I've been out there looking like a crackhead in front of the roosters. Like, come on, fucking crow already. Because inside their mouths, it looks so bizarre. I don't know if you've ever seen inside a rooster's mouth, but that's been my mission for like the last week, is trying to actually get a fucking rooster's crow on camera. Not ideal. Yeah, I don't really know many nice boy people names. Let's go. Let's name some nice people. Men names for boy goats. What could we possibly name them? What are some nice boys that I know? Fuck, I'm stumped. What about a Simon? A Simons. I've met some nice Simons. And you could call a goat Simon, because the kind of Simon says, you know, like they like to follow you everywhere you fucking go, whether it's to the toilet, inside the house, in the car. Like, Simon could work. God, what are some nice boy people names? Oh God, I'm stumped. God. Fuck, I really can't even think of any. Most Ellens I've met are volatile. Alex's are fucking out the gate. God. Nice boy names. That one's got me. It's got me. Fuck. What about Steve? What about... Nah, Steve's I think I've met a couple of dickhead Steves. I could just imagine yelling, "No, Steve!" at a goat, actually. No, probably not Steve. Fuck. Goat. Human goat names. God. I really can't even. And what's sad is most of my mates are dudes too. Like, I get on way better with dudes than I do with girls in most situations. Mainly because most girls think that I'm trying to steal their man, and it's like, bro, come back to my house. Legit, come to my house and tell me that I'm worried about anything other than whatever the fuck's going on at my house. I fucking think I'm worried about your man, like shit. Like, all my work colleagues will get on real fucking well, and I'll invite them to like a birthday party or something, or like some shenanigans going on at my house, and they'll come, you know, and then like the missus comes and they're like, half an hour the dudes have to leave with their missus, you know, because I'm friendly, I talk, fucking whatever, like offer people drinks, offer them coke, whatever they want, you know, like all good. Like, but bitches be like, "Oh, she's trying to get on your dick," and it's really, that's the last thing I've ever even thought of. In fact, it's probably not even been a thought yet at all, and probably still wouldn't be after the fact you've said it, except for the fact you've said it, you know. But not keen, bro, not keen. And then usually after like 2-3 times of hanging out with like the missus, I'm like, bro, you got more to worry about than your man anyway. Like, I'm probably more keen on you than I am on the man. And then they're like, oh, okay, all right. We'll let you off then. All right, you can hang out. Not that I'm keen on them either, but you know. Rainbow, why are you so loud? I suppose. Like, that doesn't look like a hay bale, okay? But it actually fucking is a full hay bale. Now, this tricked me. This fucking bag of hay. Fucking farmland stitched me up. So, it's 3 times the price to buy that piece of shit than it is to buy a bale of hay from any old farmer. But to be honest, sometimes the time that it takes to hit up a farmer and get them to get back to you in time for me being in and out of town, like whatever, it sometimes just doesn't work out. So sometimes to save myself the stress of trying to have to worry about that, I just fucking pay $35 from farmlands basically and buy this piece of shit. And no shit, it's $10 a bale from a farmer. I'm not gonna lie. So sometimes I just fucking buy this, and at the moment I can't afford to not be with hay because my boy down the bottom, Patience, he's actually got a little bit of foot rot. For the first time in 3.5 years of having any animals, he's actually got a bit of foot rot, and I've realised it's down because where he is, he's actually in a bit of a crevice in the hill, and although it runs down this way, it does accumulate a little bit where he is. So because he's out in pasture, unless he's on a hill or in like a dry high spot, it gets damp and wet, and unfortunately, despite the fact I trimmed their feet on the fucking rig, he has got some foot rot. Makes me feel like a shit owner, but ultimately I know that it is actually just something that happens when you own fucking farm animals, right? So anyway, I started treating it a couple of days ago, but because where he is, I've had to go through so much fucking hay, and I need to make sure that where he is stays dry, and I need to make sure he's got dry hay to eat. And I've got this bag of shit down here, this fucking green bag just there, that's some food that only he can eat, the other one can't, because the other one's got no nuts, whereas he's entire. So rule of thumb, you can't give a nut to a goat that doesn't have a nut because they can't process nuts without having a nut. So my weather can't have that stuff, but Patience can. So I've been taking down grain and hay for him to eat in hopes that he doesn't venture too far out of his house and keep walking on damp fucking wet shit till I can fix my quad and actually drag that up the hill again. Because I dragged it down the hill and it was way heavy enough dragging it down the hill on my own, let alone trying to pull it up the hill. I can do it. I can do it. I have done it at least 6 times in the 2.5 years I've stayed on and off with my cousins. But I don't want to. I don't want to do it. So I want to fix that quad before I can fucking drag that back up the yard. So, yeah, I use half a hay bale. Just making sure his dry area on the ground. And then I fill his house with like fucking nice dry hay and fucking grain and shit. Just to like try and coax him to stay in that area. Naturally, you still want some fresh grass, so I do pick him some grass and hope that that's going to keep him there, but he does venture off, so just try to keep the ground as wet as dry as possible. So pasture animals, any pasture animals, cows, goats, and sheep, if they're in any sort of boggy area, you need to be checking their feet at least every 2 weeks. If you don't check their feet every 2 weeks, you're probably going to end up with foot rot. The only reason I knew he had foot rot because I trimmed his feet. You have to trim goats' feet, even whether they're in a stable, on an elevated or slanted area where it's dry and they don't get rot. Their hoof horn in the middle is covered by like a shell, and that will overgrow like your fingernails, and the overgrow is like curling over underneath parts that he needs to actually walk on. So it starts making them walk a little bit funny. And if you know your animals, you know they're walking funny, so you give them a bit of a trim and they start walking fine. But the last few days he started a major limp as he's walking, like major. And I was like, what the fuck? Because I've just lost all my goats. And so he went down, he wasn't getting up, and I was thinking, oh my god, I'm going to lose him too. And no, he's fine. He's come through the worm and parasite thing okay. And he just has some fucking major foot rot. And when I say major foot rot, I mean, you look at it'll be this leg for him. You look at his 2 like little horny things that he's got on his feet. And this part here, where the hoof horn and the actual hoof shell should be. The hoof shell comes right out like this. And it's been like that since he was a kid. Whereas this one stays right next to the other one. And I try to keep it as clean as possible. And then I started being able to trim it shorter. And I thought, sweet, I've got on top of it because I reached like a plateau. Well, no, I hadn't got on top of it. That was still actually dirt. And up here on, like I said, the angled bits or like the elevated dry parts, it's fine. Because moisture doesn't soak up into all that shit that's built up in that gap there that shouldn't be there. That I thought I'd cut away from and got rid of. I thought it had got down to the flat. Turns out, no, that was just shit all built up in there, and the hoof horn had sort of overgrown it a little bit, so it had a shelf. So there was a pocket of shit underneath there, and I didn't know it was there, you know, because I'd trimmed back to a certain point, and I thought it was okay. And then being down in the wetter grass, where I thought I'll move him because it might be nicer, lusher grass. The last 2 months he's been down there, and yeah, no. So I know I need to put the goats there now in summertime when it's nice and dry, and not to put the goats down there when it's wintertime because it gets boggy and they get sore feet. So yeah, learning lesson in 3.5 years. Had to learn it the hard way. So what's your actual name? If you don't mind disclosing, so I don't have to just call you unknown every time I see you in chat. Because it kind of feels weird because, like, you're sort of known here now, and it's like calling you unknown seems like you're the unknown. Or like nickname or initial or something else you want to go by other than just unknown, or you prefer to be unknown. I figure I'm probably going to meet you face to face to give you these fucking vape juices, so, you know. Fuck, I really want to get my guitar out today. Haven't played in yonks, really, since I blew up my hands. What are you barking at? What the fuck you barking at? Hello? Yeah, I was talking to you. What are you barking at? What's Wazzy barking at, should I say? Oh. Yeah, Farmland stitched me up with this fucking piece of shit. You and me thinking it wasn't a full bale. Because, like, does this look like a full bale to you? Certainly doesn't to me, and I'm a farmer. So here's me thinking I'm getting extortionately ripped off by paying $30 for this not even a fucking, like, what's that, like quarter of a bale in size looking at it. Normal bales out here and a bit like up here. So quarter of a bale basically you're looking at. It's not a quarter of a bale. It's a full motherfucking bale. It's a full bale. And so here's me, I'm like, pay that money, and I'm like, yeah, I'll just grab that. Oh, fuck, okay, I look like a real weak bitch, because, like, I can lift the bale, like easy, but, like, I wasn't expecting it to be a full bale, so I just went to, like, I just about tripped up, bailed, and fucking slipped so hard, it was so embarrassing. I was like, wow. They're like, oh, ma'am. Well, ma'am, that's a full-on compressed bale there. Oh, shit. Shit. So although I am getting charged 3 times the price, I suppose that's better than like 7 times the price, because if that's quarter of a bale, like, oh. But yeah, not ideal. Not ideal. Very embarrassing. Made me feel so weak, because like the size of it, you just think it's going to be like a swoop. You know, no. It's like me yesterday trying to fucking, and I still actually have to go outside and cut another piece of I don't actually know what that is. A little bit bigger than a 4x2, but I need to cut that so that I've got like a front, like I've got like the goat sides up and I've got the back wall supported. But I need like another front. I'm not a builder. I can just build, so I don't know what the terms are. But I need like a front fucking piece of wood at the top between two walls, like I need a piece of wood there so that I can screw the roof on. So I need to finish cutting that. And the saws here are blunter than a South Aucklander. I'm not going to lie. They are blunter than a South Aucklander. They're the worst. They're the fucking absolute worst. And here was me thinking I'll go around the shed because I found one in the yard. So I'm like trying to saw with that. And I was like, the whole day in, I got 3 fucking cuts of 4x2. 3 cuts of 4x2. Like, the fuck is that? But yeah, that was me. So I thought, fuck it. I'm going to go around the back and I'm going to find me a different saw because, like, out the back here, from this corner of the cabin to the back corner of the cabin, and I'm going to guess my cabin at my house is like 6 meters. So I'm going to guess that this is like 9 to 10 meters long. The shed behind here is the same length, if not a little bit longer by maybe a meter or two, and then the same length that way. Like it's fucking huge and taller than this cabin. And this is a 2.4 meter cabin. I know that because I can jump and hit the ceiling, but I can't reach it. So the shed behind is fucking huge, right? Huge. So I think it's got a roof on it. It's got walls. It's gonna be tools I'd found down there in the grass and the mud. Right? No. I'll show you. This was the saw. Now I do have power saws and shit. Like I've got an actual cabled saw. I've got a DeWalt cordless, but I don't have a charger for it. So I got given that DeWalt cordless, and the plug-in I can't use here because we're on solar. But like, look at this rusty piece of shit. Like, look at that. It's almost as orange and as blunt as the fucking handle is. Like, it's embarrassing. And that came from a covered shed around here. So the saw that I found down there in the grass cuts better than this. And the saw that I found in the grass is half the length. Half the length of this. So that's what I've been trying to persevere with to build my fucking goat house. And what a joke. What a stressful joke that's been. Because I am sick of it sleeping on the deck. Not going to lie, I'm sick of it. I still haven't fully finished cleaning from when it was sleeping on the deck. And it ate my windowsill. Look. No joke. Like, look at this. Can you see that? Can you see that brown? There's daylight. Like, I can poke a finger through there. It's not quite. Wait, watch this. I got a plastic bag here. I can now pass it through my window after letting my fucking goat stay in the house. Never again. Fucking done. Who would have thought it would have ate my windowsill? And I ate the front of my fridge. Can you see there's like a missing patch down like the bottom in the middle? I don't know if you can see. Fucking windowsill, man. What the hell? So what have you done for a job in your lifetime? What have you ever done for a career? Or what is your trade profession that maybe you're just not doing right now? Or maybe you are doing and I don't know about, but what have you done for work in the past? Sorry, chicken. Spare this knife. We sharpen the door. You worked in the bush. Well, like forestry. Is that up these ways or? Yeah, if you want to go, honestly, I'd give you a good go. I wouldn't give you one that's going to do this. Patience, my boy would never have done that. Never in a million dreams. He's all of my goats had been roaming with me in the car. But from up here down to the Waikato, back up here, like around Northland, my goat's been everywhere, straight up in the car. They don't chew dumb shit. Like they're actually really good. But he was a rescue. He's the one that I just picked up, and he was probably in a little bit of distress. So I'll give him some credit. But yeah, I wouldn't advise keeping them next to anything wooden because they do like chewing sticks and shit. It's actually part of their diet. Dumb job, worked hard for fuck all money. Sounds like most jobs these days. What do you like doing then? If you could pick any job and get paid whatever amount per hour, what would you choose and what would your realistic hourly rate be to do that job? If you could pick, if someone were like, I'm going to give you a platter of whatever, what would that be for you? See, for me, I don't know. I probably do a bit of farming, but I feel like for me, it'd just be painting or teaching kids shit, whether it's life skills or fun stuff or science. Like, I feel like I could be a teacher, or I feel like I need to do something creative for me personally. But I mean, we're all different. Bought a new sweater in town today, first time in fucking, I can't even tell you how long. Check it out. I know it's plain, okay, yeah, it's fucking great, but bought me a new sweatshirt. And it feels so nice. It feels so nice. Like I haven't had new clothes. Like actual new clothes in so long. I used to have heaps of fucking different clothes, and then all my shit got robbed from my cabin, and I literally lost like $30,000 worth of shit when I first moved up here. Which sucked! Because I'd just gone through a home invasion in Auckland, which is why I moved up here, to get the fuck away from all the ugly kind of shit. And then I like went to hospital because I got an infection on my face from like building and whatever, and off-grid and animals. And so I ended up in the hospital from like the scratch on my chin. And I come home and my solar, my shower, all my power tools, everything gone. Gay bald. You don't know. Well, what do you like doing? Do you have any hobbies? What are your hobbies? What do you like to do for a hobby? I mean, don't get me wrong. To be fair, like, I don't like working for the man. I don't like the fact that we have to pay fucking taxes the way that we do, because we're the only motherfucking country in the world that pays triple our taxes before we see our money. And if you don't know what I mean by that, that means you earn your money, you get taxed. You pay your registration on your car, you're getting taxed. Because half of that is tax, it goes to the government anyway. You go to the supermarket, you're still losing 15% on everything you pay for, whether it's your power, your water, your fucking phone bill, your groceries, your gas. All of that has 15% on it. So why the fuck are we paying 3 times the tax? We should either be taxed at income point, and that's it, and all of that gets divvied up to all the other companies, like nationwide, for GST, and then we pay for our actual service, or we get taxed for services and not from our income. Like, it's fucked the way that we run our country. It is fucked. I'm not gonna lie. So like I 100% agree with this whole like not working for the man, not working for the government, and people should be able to like, you know, contribute how we contribute, because at the end of the day, we get taxed and then we're taxed from contributing. So either we get taxed from contributing or taxed for being here, not both. So while we're getting taxed for both, I just think, fuck the man, figure out our own way around things and live without the fucking man, because, like, I can build a road, bro, if I need a road. I'm sure 20 of us people on a street can build a motherfucking road if we need a road to get somewhere. We don't need the government for that. We don't. We don't need the government for that. And the government, the roads they do provide, how fucking good are they, motherfuckers? How good are they? Tell me, honestly, how fucking good are the roads up here in Northland? Please, fill me in. Because the roads out here are shite. Shite. And the road from Wellsford to fucking Auckland on Highway 16, shite, motherfuckers, shite. What the fuck we pay taxes for? Bitch. Again, I'm sure I've said it before, I'm not throwing rubbish to nowhere. There is a recycling bin. And I know I'm weird, I blow on my can every time, just like you should always blow on the pie when you buy a pie from the gas station at 3 o'clock in the morning. And if you don't know why, Google New Zealand, why must you blow on the pie? No, I'm all about paying people what they're worth, like, fuck, if anyone helps me with anything, I make sure their gas is covered, I make sure they've got food in their belly, I make sure we got a drink, I make sure they got a smoke if they smoke, like, you know, like, make sure that they can go home and feed their family at the end of the fucking day. None of this, get up, slave my fucking ass for 8 fucking hours, spend half of my income on just fucking getting to work, and then the rest of that time, if I were to deduct the hourly rate for how long I've been fucking driving in traffic and dealing with stress and everything else, what the fuck am I even getting paid for at the end of the day? Like, you're not. You're actually fucking not. You're not getting paid. You're getting fucking paid in grief, stress, and fucking trauma. So, like, I'm all about fucking... If I need a hand with anything, I don't expect anything for free. I'm always like... All my mates know. And sometimes they try and turn me down and I'm like, get fucked, cunt, because the world ain't free. But, you know, at the end of the day, like, you want to... Yeah, thermonuclear, bro. You know it. You know it. You want to just pay it forward how you want to be treated, you know? And I just wish that, for example, for one fucking good example, these aren't mine, but these are my cousins. Good old fucking Pam's here. Good old motherfucking Pam's here. Do you know what you get paid if you work for motherfucking Pam's? You get minimum wage. You get no health benefits. You get no fucking nothing. You get the minimum sick days. You get whatever the fuck is the minimum of the minimum. Jump off a bridge, bro. That's what I'd do for that. I would jump off a bridge. Like, I would not get out of bed to go slave my ass for 40 hours a day or 40 hours a week for minimum nothing, bro. Because at the end of the day, minimum wage isn't even a living wage for people that live not like me, but like probably how you'd live in a normal house where you just get your phone socket and plug it into the wall, switch it on, and not have to worry about it unless you haven't paid your fucking bill. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have that luxury here. I need to walk out to the shed and make sure if it's been a rainy and windy day that my power is still plugged in. I can't run lights and a charger and a hairdryer, and I can't even run a fucking hairdryer because if I plugged in a hairdryer for 20 minutes, my soul would be flat. I can't run a vacuum cleaner out here. I have to sweep my shit like a fucking sole mole. Like, straight up, sweep that shit. Like, once in a never will run the vacuum on the generator. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely a little bit different out here how I run things, for sure. Don't have that genuine luxury of whatever the fuck other people have. It's yeah, rough sometimes. You have to think about things, but you know, if we all take it back a minute and listen to ourselves, we weren't built for these boxes we're put in. Like, we weren't built to be put in these fucking boxes that we live in called houses, and then go from these houses and this other fucking box that we call a car, and then from that box into our workshop that we call a fucking space we're supposed to earn money to pay for our little box we got here, and to our little box we're gonna go sleep in at night. Like, at the end of the day, we should all be fucking naked and shit. You know what I mean? Like, but we're not, because like that's not okay, and there's creeps and fucking whatever else out there. I get it, and you don't want your little kids running around naked. I get it. But at the end of the day, if we're going to put ourselves in these boxes, which are clothes, and these boxes of houses, you can't expect to be a happy person if you're just going to live in boxes, because we're not made for it. So if we're going to be in a box and we're going to have a box that we call a house, you need to at least have a backyard. You know, you need to at least sort of like expand upon these boxes we live in. Because, like, doesn't matter what you get paid, how much or how little you work in those environments, it's not good for us. And the money's not fucking worth it. You know, but let's be real, the money's not worth it. And to find a job that we actually like doing is very few and far between. And then to get paid what you feel is decent enough to cover your bills and actually be able to live, not survive, but live on that income that you're getting from whatever job you've chosen that might make you feel a little bit of happiness outside your own happiness. Like, where the fuck are those jobs? Like, it's a hard thing to find. It really is. And then when you do find that, you might find you got a dick of a fucking boss, and so everything else is great, but you got a dick of a boss, or you got one fucking dickhead workmate that's just like, I'd rather grind my gears on a fucking cheese grater than be here every day. You know, so then the money sort of doesn't feel worth it because you got some fucking Tom over here that's earning twice as much as you and doing 5/8 of fuck all and just grinding everyone's gears all day. You know, like, it is really hard to find a job that is suited for your wairoa and your soul and your own spiritual direction and still get paid for what you feel is a decent amount without obviously you ripping other people off and you feeling ripped off. You know, it's like that medium ground of all of those situations, and to find that is fucking hard. It really is. It really is. Work life is real and it is fucking hard. And don't get me wrong, even being out here is hard. It is hard. I have days, like, it's not always like happy-go-lucky. Like, I have days where I'm out there like, fuck! Ah! Fuck! Why? You know, like, or days where I just want to sit in bed and feel like absolute fucking shit because although I've got like free eggs and fucking animals that can eat for free because there's like 55 acres of grass and technically I don't need to worry about too much, like, there is stress that comes with having this lifestyle. You know, like, if I don't get up in the morning and I don't move my animals, they don't eat for the day. If I don't get up and feed the dogs and cats, they don't eat for the day. If I don't get up on a rainy day and make sure that I take hay down, regardless of how fucking miserable it is for my sodden ass to walk down there at 5 in the morning, I'm a no. My goat's going to end up with pneumonia because they're going to be out in the fucking rain trying to eat that grass and end up with foot rot. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't get up and boil some motherfucking water, ain't no dishes going to be done that day because there's no hot water enough to wash dishes. Like we got hot water in the shed next door for a shower, but that's like 39 degrees, 40 degrees. That's not enough to boil some water to wash dishes. You want that, like, hot as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't weed eat some grass around the trampoline and the front of the fucking driveway, ain't no motherfucking know where the driveway is. Ain't no kids gonna be playing out there because by the time you walk to the tramp, you're wet to your fucking waist because grass is that high. Like, yeah, if we don't do shit, like, nothing gets done. So if you're off grid, yeah, we don't have as many bills. Sure. We don't have as much stress as people that live in those houses to pay those bills and to make sure you've got what you need to do those things. Sure. But at the same time, we have stress. If we don't get up, our animals could die. If we don't get up, our animals don't get fed, which means we don't get fed because we don't feed our chickens. We don't get no happy chickens. We don't get no eggs. If I don't feed the goats when they're breeding and they got babies, we don't get no milk. You know, like, if they're getting foot rot, that's more time away from other things, boiling water, cooking food, making bread, whatever else we need to do out here to survive without having to go to a supermarket. Like, it just has to be done. And if, yeah, we're sick, it doesn't matter. We don't get a day off like we do when we live in the city. And I know because I've been there, done that, taken a couple of days off because I've genuinely been sick. And then I've milked the fuck out of it where I've been like, bro, I'm owed like fucking 2 weeks sick leave. I ain't been sick. Let's just fucking, you know, ring up the boss. I'm sick. And take 2 weeks off. You know what I mean? Like, we don't get that luxury out here. Because if we don't get up, but if I didn't do something for like 2 days, I'd be fucked. I'd be fucked. I'd have to go to town. I have to buy everything I need. Like, I just can't be arsed with that. So it's hard, but it's easy at the same time. You know, like, you can plot around and do your little bits and bobs, but you can't just not do it, you know. Yeah. And then sometimes, like, old Alex from down the road, he's like, I'm gonna say like 4 gates down, but that's like 10 k's down the road because we own the first 2 gates that you can see anyway, roadside. And then there's like Spiderface. He's like this gang member fellow that lives out here in the middle of the boondock. And then Alex's block. But he's got this massive sawmill now. Like, it's so cool. It's so cool. And it's so cool because I've helped him set it up. So I'm like, yeah, I've been like, yeah, I don't have a, but like, if you could grow one, like, it's sort of building that sawmill with him. Like, the saw is the blade. The actual blade is taller than me. So, like, if I could grow a swingy swing, like, bro, putting the saw together, like, I feel like I could have grown one. You know what I mean? Just saying. It's been a pretty manly and hearty job setting that up with the bro Alex. Like, the engine alone that powers the 2 blades that cut simultaneously as the log feeds through the middle, like that, we snapped the tow bar off it. Off the end of the motor. Like, that's how heavy that fucking thing is, trying to drag it through the mud. We sheared it straight off. So then we had to use pry bars, and we're like, yeah. Like, oh, mate, I don't even know how we did it. But we did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Yeah, so I've been pretty proud about that for a little while. But, yeah, if you know anyone in Whangarei that needs any firewood, fuck, I can hook you up cheap as, bruv, straight up. Straight up. The bro, yeah, with the sawmill, that's he just said to me the other day, fuck, you can sell any firewood, bro, fuck, like, I really need to get rid of some because I've got heaps of wood, and with the mill running now, I was like, yeah, bro, I'll see what I can do. But to be honest, I haven't, because I've been sorting out that old bastard's foot down the hill there, and yeah, but just saying, if you have any friends or whānau that need any firewood, bro, I'm not even gonna, I'll tell him not to worry about my share in it, and I'll just deliver you some fucking wood. But yeah, he's got heaps of it. It's mean as wood. Or if you want any mean as slabs, or like, I don't know if you can see this bench very well. It's like a raw slab. Like, this is compared to, but yeah, he cuts like the mecky ass wood, bro. But he can cut anything, like, fucking whatever dimensions you need. So he's actually one of the only ones in Whangarei. There's another one. There's two sawmills, but well, if you run out of wood or you think you're gonna run out, fucking holler at me, bro, and I'll bring you some offcuts for free. Or you just pay me $20 for gas, and I'll fucking deliver you a whole Jeep load of fucking offcuts if you're running out, and deliver you these fucking vape juices. But otherwise, we'll just have to wait till I'm in town next to deliver you some vape juices. But yeah, no. And the wood's so pretty. I don't know if you know anyone that does any carving or like makes any signs or anything. Oh fuck, I think I got rid of it from here. I was gonna show you the wood. I think I've taken it back down the bottom, but it's so beautiful. Like, when you, like, because I had a couple of, it was like slithers, like yay thick, but like 4 meters long. Because the bro had given it to me so I could cut it in half and put some weather boards down for like the goat's house. I didn't even end up using it for that because it was so pretty. Like, the inside of it is so red and nice because it's New Zealand blackwood. And the outside it goes like grey, sort of like cedar. Fucking so cool. It's so cool. So for carving and like making like gate signs and shit, I reckon that'll be bomb as fuck. But yeah, if you need any cheap wood, bro, let me know. Fucking straight up. No cap here. Should I throw the chicken some more food? I'm feeling bad. Oh, yeah, well, fuck, straight up. If he's up these ways or fucking comes to see you frequently, I will I'll throw a couple of pieces of wood, not huge pieces, but just like a couple of, say, I don't know, meter long by like fucking 30 centimeter wide pieces. I'll chuck you a couple of those, and you can let me know what he thinks about it for carving, because fuck, the bro's got so many offcuts, you know, because he's cutting the logs and he's cutting them to certain dimensions so that people have like rafters and all that sort of shit. But all the outside pieces just fucking get thrown in this massive pile, bro, like taller than my cabin, and then he burns it every like fucking 3 months. Or if you know anyone that needs any sawdust, bro, fuck, I can hook that shit up too. Sawdust and fucking wood, bro, that's us, because we're out in the boondocks. You know who you need to hit up if you need any boondocking shit. I need to go in the bush and I can't be bothered. Can't be fucking bothered. What percent am I on? Probably 5/8 of fuck all. Oh, fuck. Bro, I got cousins like that too. I keep them like this. At arm's length now, because my cousin's got my boat too. And my trailer, the motherfucker. And my kayak. And like 50 different water fittings, which probably equates to about $500. And I don't even know what else I had stored there that I can't get back. Well, because he lied to his fucking mum, the faggot cunt. But yeah, cousins can be trouble sometimes. Where I am now, this cousin, this is the only cousin that I would trust with my life. And I've got a fair few because I'm moldy, you know. Yeah, I trust her more than my dad, my mum, my brother, and sadly enough at this stage, probably my 2 little sisters too. Yeah, it's really hard to find trust in family without them fucking ripping you off and shit. But yeah, such is life. Such is life, unfortunately. Sad about your boat. I feel you there. I feel you there. Well, if he carves, you could maybe make like fucking $50 back, because you know the blackwood. Google it. Straight up Google New Zealand blackwood. It's apparently one of the most expensive and best woods that you can get for all sorts of different purposes. And I'll legit throw you some for free. I'll throw you some for free, and yeah, you could fucking sell it to him and get your money back. Be like, I got this mean ass shit for carving, G, and he'll be like, oh, chur, you know, maybe, I don't know. Tell him he can't have it unless he's got some fucking money, and, you know, tell him a bro's gonna show up with it or something. Just don't tell him you got it there until you fucking see the money, you know. But yeah, it is worth money. Look it up. Check it out. New Zealand blackwood. Well, yeah, we got a forest full of it. And pine. And fuckloads of other shit. Oak and shit, but yeah. Fuckloads of blackwood. Offcuts already. I really want to go do a flip on the tram. I think I don't know if I can help myself. I'm going to go try it. I haven't done a flip for years, but I'm going to go give it a go. While you Google that, I'm going to go embarrass myself on the tram. I used to be able to do a double forward flip. Hello, baby. Oh, whoa, that feels so funny. Whoa, that feels so gooey. Can we do a flip? Oh, nearly. Oh, fuck, that's not too bad, actually. I haven't done that in fucking years, and I actually managed to half a flip. I'm out of breath. One more. How do kids do this? Oh, come on, bitch. Third time lucky. Can we do it? Okay. Last attempt because I'm literally fucking dead. I don't even know if you can see it, but. Oh, that was so much closer. Fuck. Can I do it? Can I do it? Now that's way harder than I thought it was gonna be. Way harder. I've got my goat under the tram trying to see what the fuck I'm doing. Ooh. Last try. Okay. 2 bounces and then a flip on the feet. Let's. What's up, Bubba? Dog's just got a possum. Sorry. What that siren sounding noise was? It was the dog. Okay, 2 bounces. Try for a flip on the feet. Oh, I give up. I fucking give up. I'm way too old. Way too old. Alright, shoes on. Oh, Bubba, I know, it's disappointing. I'm disappointed too. Oh, fuck, that's embarrassing. I cannot flip. I cannot. I've never done a backflip in my life. Yeah, it's beautiful wood. It really is beautiful wood. I might, just, I'm so out of breath. Holy fuck, I'm so unfit. I've never done a backflip in my life. I have broken my back. So to even attempt a flip, I think I'm pretty up there. I did learn to walk again when I was like 20. When I was 20, I learned to walk again. Trust me, it wasn't anywhere near as hard as the first time. I watched plenty of babies learn how to walk. They're fucking face palming, falling over and shit. I can't say that I ever did that when I was learning to walk again the second time. My goat's screaming his head off. Old Albie. Alright, I am going to go get you some blackwood to have a look at. Hey, where's he? Catch your possum, son. Hey, baby boy. Find some blackwood. Hello. Ethan. Look out. Look out. Anyways. So just get the goats and water and I'll show you that wood. snazzy jackets coming, baby. Just ordered the goats some coats, some cute little jackets. So this is a rotten ass piece of wood, okay? But as you can see, it goes grey, sort of like cedar. Then when you cut into it, it goes like real raw looking. And in the inside, when you snap it, I don't know if you can really see, but it goes quite red. It goes really red in the center of it. It's fucking cool. It's such a cool wood. Just pop that there like our other pile of shit we need to sort out shortly. Okay. I suppose I should get on to dinner.